that infield, and then Monkey Moon with just a tap in off his pass, gets reward from the set play. 1-2-1, and a 3-goal lead for Vitality. I mean, they're just not looking like stopping in the moment. They're like,
make it 4
off the kickoff.
That was a lot like you versus Gibbs, wasn't it?
Similar, I think. You just see that's the set play. It's the corner fake where the cheat goes instead. Really smart from Zen Monkey Moon. I mean, working that one out scrims, and 3 turns into 4. Start point, the worst possible start, really.
Right.
You know, if for an underdog Stumpy, you want to be starting well, taking that first game. Now it's going to be tough.
I mean, I think it depends, because there'll be some underdogs that'll be looking at series thinking, okay, game number 1 will fill them out. They won't have played Vitality, you know, at least at this level before. That's a big miss, as then does get called in on the goal line.
Yeah, Vitality is just
touch.
completely outclassing them.
Rookies that are coming into it, or at least, you know, these underdog teams who are then thinking, right, we now know how they play. Let's see if we can throw everything at them. Because a team at this level that can throw everything when ultimately your season's going to be on the line, they're going to be a lot scarier than I don't think Start Point are playing cagey, but it's definitely something to consider for Vitality. It may not always be this easy with 4 goals slinking past the orange net.
I'd love to know the thought process behind the card changes as well. Perhaps just trying to find something that works. First 2 events, dropping to KC in pretty dominant fashion. Perhaps they're just trying to find something else, a little bit of magic. Perhaps the car swap could be huge. That's a nice drop down from Matane. Eugene's right there, but it's that extra touch. He got worried out of it. He's actually still want to be on the backboard, but Exotic actually doesn't get the touch. Start Point with their best chance to attack. Vitality, really, though.
All right, looks like Start Point maybe got their nerves settled.
Momentum now, perhaps some confidence going into game 2. Eugene off the ceiling to himself. Reset, double commit Vitality. Exotic gets it out.
And that was going to be on target as well from Eugene. Zen,
yeah, Start Point's got to be smarter about when they commit their third.
Defender to make it 5. But you see, even in these situations, he doesn't rush in. Takes it a little bit slower, stops his boosting, and then dives into it. Knows that a touch is coming in. Sees that net is completely open. 5 goals, 12 seconds left. Turns out David versus Goliath may well be rewritten here today.
And just getting back to perhaps what they've worked on between event 2 and 3, it looks like they've really released the brakes on their positioning. There's not really someone playing too safe. You saw even before Monkey Moon as third man pushed right downfield. So perhaps they've been doing a bit of replay analysis on their good old friends Carmine Corp, because that's their strategy. I'd love to see Vitality play with that aggression as well.
About what we thought would happen in game number 1. Start Point not really putting forward as much pressure though as I personally thought. There'll be a little bit more, a few more chances. They only really came in the final minute and a half. I'd like to see a bit more from game number 2. As I said, you lose it, you are going to be out, and that is you done for major number 1. I think it's going to be interesting to see, you know, after they came through Group B, the group of life, as Shogun managed to dub it, after Group A was the group of death, they still did a good job to work their way through. Faced off burst forward, beat them, lost to Redemption, and then it was Caliente and Start Point.
Yeah, if you're just stopping by, Vitality's cleaned up game 1 pretty convincingly.
To get his CJ, but
if you're new, definitely say hi in the chat.
Yeah,
whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. Twitch is definitely a better viewing experience. Links down below
we'll just have
in
to
the
see
description.
How, well, or Gibbs's prior esports history, if you were caught up with that one as well. We won't go there.
Everybody listen to the episode of the podcast. All right, that's all I want to say. I saw the clip. Very funny. Gibbs is an evil man. Not that we didn't know that anyway. But here, game number 2, CJ. Is it going to be a little bit more Gibbs versus Coughing Baby type situation?
Yeah, well, it's looking likely. I mean, that is one of the most dominant game 1s I've seen, considering how close the top 8 is. Obviously, Carmine Corp have been a tier above, but certainly by this stage of the tournament, you're expecting a little bit closer competition. That kind of felt like Vitality playing in the open quals. Let's see if Start Point can warm up now.
Yeah, Start Point's playing super defensive, so they're not able to get much on their counters.
It's best of 7. You don't really want to be going down by any realistically versus Vitality, but Zen works out on that defense. Round 1, can 50 it with Eugene. Instead, makes the play to go for the boost. A demo, Exotic on target. Monkey Moon, he was on
Yo, what's up, dude? I mean, Vitality's just steamrolling like we expected.
A lot of favors.
Look at that, though. Exotic third man, Monkey Moon demoed. He doesn't worry about it. He's straight in and beating
yeah, things are going all right. Just still trying to hit this goal so I can make some content.
Confidence from them. They're really they're just playing drive forward Rocket League. Might get punished here off the kickoff. They will. That's a lovely demo. They get their first goal here of the series start point off. Oh yeah, just
the classic
off the fake again and found a nice demo.
Yeah, really, really lovely counterplay there too. I thought they themselves did the diagonal player ends up, not going for the ball. Instead, it ends up being the man down the middle. But no, they just played it much, much stronger. Completely outdid Vitality. 1-1, they secure their first over on Start Point HQ.
And if I'm Start Point now, Stumpy, I'm saying floodgates are open, boys.
Yeah, Mittens has got to get more aggressive there.
That's all they needed. Sometimes it just takes one.
You can't just sit there and expect value from that at this level.
Eugene.
You go back and watch Radosin, like that's what he was really good at, is like he would get in that position a lot, but he would like 90% of the time be getting value.
Crazy. I feel like I'm watching some NA Rock almost gets the bump as well. Zen steals boost, Vitality. Let's see if they keep that pressure when it is a bit of a closer game. It's easy to play confident, Stumpy, when you're 5 goals up. Perhaps not when it is 1-1.
1 minute 20 though, it's going to be.
Damn, how are you doing,
chances starting to really appear for Vitality. Chronology from the back, one reset.
That's the aggression that they need. Mitten just way too close to be able to take a good shot.
I think Eugene has to be a little bit closer in to really push in with Matane there.
It's a nice 50
okay, so it's
right
Matane. That's how you say his name.
Exotic. Oh, low boost up kick. Oh, everyone's low boost all of a sudden. Vitality, even Zen in net with 20 boost. This is better from Start Point. We haven't seen Vitality so far this series playing any sort of defense. That was a little bit of panic from them. Perhaps not great signs just yet, but Start Point. All they need.
Vitality's got their pressure started.
They themselves into action here, Stumpy.
This is the real test for any team.
Start Point start to bring a little bit more to the table. I want to see more people committing when there's a play. Matane had a fantastic chance there a little bit earlier on, where there was a couple of opportunities. Eugene Central finds a chronic. Eugene rockets straight back over towards him, and a pinch goes back towards the midfield. Boost advantage so far for Start Point.
They're doing a good job of spreading Vitality out at the midfield.
Again, that positioning much better than earlier.
But that right there is what needs to get challenged if they're going to have any chance whatsoever.
Cuts rotation off the mid boost. Nice pass down though. Exotic could have been a goal. Misses the shot. It's a chronic. Low boost. They're trying to work it forward. Matane's crept third man with boost. This is trouble for Start Point. Just over 2 minutes. Have to get this one out. They are low boost. They've done well. We can see how well Exotic's trying to set up. Back to Zen.
Yeah, trying to stream it on YouTube as well. Seeing if shorts, vertical format.
They need a rush.
I mean, they've held it wonderfully well.
Helps expose the brand a little bit more.
From Exotic shot, a chronic, a lovely catch. Goes midfield with it. Exotic is going to get rid of Matane for now. A pinch high above the crossbar. Who's going to be able to challenge it? Eugene, the first man to it. A great touch far away as well. 100 seconds, more and more chances. But Exotic goes straight over one. Matane can't get anything. Zen goes high again. In fact, that gives Start Point a great chance to come back. Shoot the other
there it is.
The counter-attack.
Just the straight shot.
Magnificent.
Vitality have absolutely bottled that. That was the cleanest opening.
Yeah, I think Vitality's trying to go back to like their cover one, but Monkey Moon is not Radosin, and so it's not working as well.
Opens it up. Start Point, 90 seconds on the clock. What are Vitality doing? Well, there might be a score. Kicked off Matane, huge save.
And you know what? It was the aggressive positioning from Eugene as well. He pushed up on that right wall straight away.
Yeah, like Vitality like when they won Worlds, like essentially what cover wanted is Radosin go sit in the opponent's box and be annoying, and then let Alpha and Zen play around that. And so he was always the last one to rotate out, and he'd like get the demos on transition. So like he'd just basically play in their box, kind of like how people think calm play. And that's what allowed Zen to have so much free space. But since Monkey Moon is also kind of that natural third man, he's not in the box as often. Oh yeah, I mean they're both cover 2 based teams, which is all about just midfield keeping in the opponent's half.
Shoots. Vitality down by 2, and this series
Yo, what's up, G-Spec? Hey, thanks for helping me work towards this affiliate thing.
5-0, so dominant. And all of a sudden, that one open net miss, just that first goal from start point out of nowhere, has woken this side up. There's another double coon. It's open again. Trying to get on net. Monkey Moon just back in time. Could have been a fourth. Would have certainly secured this game. Just down the other end. There's a shot. Exotic.
And just no, like, how does that get? Oh yeah, because Matane's all the way up. Eugen's backwards.
Anything on that to clear it away. Knows he's crept up maybe a little bit too far. But one goal now separating this kickoff has historically gone in favor of Vitality. It's going to be.
I need to make a video because I've never actually like properly explained cover one.
There was space. That's a beautiful 50.
I've barely explained what cover 2 is.
Exotic back post actually doesn't grab corner. He leaves it. He's going to have 0. This would be a weak attack coming in. 1 second left. Ball needs to get down.
When we get to a break.
A lot of mistakes in the back half of game 2. Start point tie the series.
And we're all thinking start point would go 1-1 after game 1, right? We all thought that after 5-0 they turned it straight back round. Like we're all on that same page, right?
Yeah, it looked pretty likely after game 1. 10 shots to 8.
So this is what a cover 2 forecheck looks like. Basically, you got 2 people at midfield.
They look fantastic.
This is what cover 1 looks like. You've got somebody in the box being annoying, trying to follow up, like pitch this upwards so that way this guy can go in while this guy's rotating out. And basically this guy just stays upfield and is annoying and is trying to get the ball to these two. That's the oversimplified version of it, but that's like the general theme.
Instead, start point, they play somewhat aggressively. They make sure that
yeah, so basically cover 2, instead of playing best case scenario, worst case scenario, they're playing to the right and to the left. Cover 1 is much more traditional. It's just that box roll is much more important.
And credit to Eugen and the boys for capitalizing. You know, you can get openings, but you still got to make the most of it. They took their chances when they got them. I can't see Vitality giving up, you know, some more freebies like that, but or can I? I don't know what I can see anymore.
How's it going, man?
It was going to be a swift 4-0 to open up our playoff bracket. Think again. They're right back in this, and Eugen's woken up.
And you know what? You've got to be scared. If you're Vitality, a little bit of young French prodigies.
It works when you could be so much more mechanically dominant. I would say it's even bad for ranked, honestly. Because most people don't even know what the best case is. They just play hopium. They're like, I hope this works. And then they sit upfield and do nothing.
I love what he was doing there as well. He almost found Monkey Moon third.
But yeah, it's just too slow and too inconsistent. So like for this right here, so Matane and Eugen, Matane's playing for, or Eugen's playing for that perfect 50. And then that just leaves their third completely isolated.
There's always that chance that the backboard defender is going to miss. And it's goal 1 in favor of Vit.
We mentioned just making the most of your opportunities when Vitality make mistakes.
I mean, it depends on how open the net is, you know?
Well, equal to start point. They need to really not be...
There is something to be said about playing to improve. Like, me going for that to have fun and try and improve as a player kind of makes sense. But once you're at, like, a super high level, like, the fundamentals... when you're competing, it may not necessarily be the right thing to go.
Getting that accuracy on net. Another shot goes wide. They're peppering. Nothing on target.
But yeah, so you can see Monkey Moon trying to be Rodosing there, swooping through, get a demo. But he's so focused on rotating out and getting third, like, they,
teammates start to move forward to try and support. Monkey Moon
they can't.
Actually takes it away from Exotic. That is a massive cut across that my ranked teammates absolutely would tell me off for.
Yeah, I'd be annoyed if
yeah,
I was
like
that's
that chemistry where like they haven't quite figured themselves out yet.
He tried to go the fake actually, Matane did well not to buy into that low boost. Chronic tries to take
Whereas
it off.
Zen's
Will
just
get
trying to
space
keep
as
the
he
play
goes for
alive,
himself.
and
Shake
Exotic's
fake.
trying to
He's got it right.
capitalize.
Gets the bump on two. It's going to be free. You can see what they tried. Zen, the beautiful first touch from Chronic. Pops one. Oh, two bump. Maintained with.
Oh, you gotta put that in.
Multiple chances as well. That was a Chronic putting in 90% of the work. Matane
Dude, Monkey
just
Moon is
can't quite
balling
keep up
them
with the
on
crossbar.
zero
Monkey Moon,
boost.
no boost. Long from Matane this chance again, but
I will
just
say,
full straight back over
Starpoint
towards
is
Vitality.
doing a
Eugene
much
going
better
for tries to
job
get
about
rid
the
of
boost
Zen.
control.
A musty flick towards target. Zen can clear it away halfway through the game. Much closer, looking a lot more like game 2. A sidewall
That was on
redirect
target.
from Eugene. Activated are the French.
Oh, it's ridiculous that you have to just respect that these days. It's just got to be in the net. There's another pass. Here's Eugene to get off the ceiling to himself. Doesn't 50. Zen, nice clear. Vitality still look really scared to push out a net. Monkey Moon sideball, beautiful
Yeah,
pass.
Matane's
Good
just,
bit of save from Matane. Stop
they're
at 2
trying to
minutes.
do, like,
Start point.
too much.
It's a night and day from game 1. I can't believe it's the same team. And getting chances. This Vitality's defense is still really not looking solid at the moment, Stumpy.
Yeah, not at all. I think Vitality look a little bit
Like,
rattled.
you-
I think
they're
Exotic's
playing for
Leon's looks a
possession
little bit
in their
shaky. He's made a
corners,
couple of missed
and
touches.
it's
He's
like,
not been
ball's gonna
as
leave the
much of a
corner,
character,
so
I think,
just
as
like
we would
play for
normally
it leaving the
see,
corner.
on the Vitality roster. Not to say he's playing badly, but just that he's not playing to the level that I think one would expect, you know, be here. And I think right now Starpoint taking full advantage of the fact that this does not look like a Team Vitality that have previously been at the top of Europe.
Yeah, well, they're looking great in attack, but
Yeah,
you really
it's
question the likes of
Starpoint
Monkey Moon,
looks
Exotic,
like
and
they
Zen,
have
Chronic,
some things figured
low
out,
boost, bit
but
of space. Can you get a nice 50 on Zen? Zen just bit into it. I don't know if
there,
he was
there's
trying to lose
still
it that
like some
hard.
communication
Eugene
errors.
waits sideball. Matane up now. He tries to get the drop down. Here is Eugene. Zen off the ceiling. Doesn't get the read. Skim through. Monkey Moon backwards. Not loving him in the
So
fending
like
so
Starpoint's
far.
doing
Kind of
better,
rocked my world, if you
but
would.
Matane is still just too far up,
If he should-
and is just getting beat for free so often.
I mean, this final minute,
It's like
CJ is
that second
very
man
good
has to
for
get the
Starpoint.
perfect
They had
touch for
really
him to
great
follow
chances
up,
at the
and it's
start
just
of
not.
this game. I think since then, it has really started to fall down a little bit. 6 shots in total for them. A double attempt from Monkey Moon nearly going into his own net. Monkey Moon nearly getting bumped away from it. Zen is going to be called in, who always seems
So like
to
Matane's
command,
further
works out
back
of that
now
offensive,
and was in a good
defensive
spot,
position,
but
turns into an
he just
offensive
didn't have the
play.
boost.
A cross-court full carry for Zen to potentially shut down game 3.
It's just a beautiful
It's not so much a
reset.
lack of
That's what can happen. I
urgency,
mean, it was
it's-
really scrappy defense from Vitality.
They're
but
trying to rely on their
he gets
mechs
in with
too
100
much
boost,
to get them
start
out of
point over
situations that
committing,
they
getting
shouldn't
too
be in.
confident offense, and Zen just end-to-end solo play, as you can expect from him. 30 seconds. Vitality look to have done enough so far. It
So
hasn't
like
been a
a
convincing
Chronic's so
game
far
3,
up there, and
but ever since
Eugen's
game
not
1,
in a good spot
sort
to
of has been a
follow
different
that.
start point and a
So
different
like
Vitality.
if Starpoint were playing
Which I'd
cover
like to see. I'm
1,
excited to see
Eugen
that
would have
these
been
teams that are really
further
challenging
back,
absolute big
so that
goals.
way
It really does show the depth
basically
of Europe that you're
if
gonna
it
have
fell
teams like this
short,
pushing Vitality
the Chronic
to
would have
their
had anything
attempting to be their best.
there,
10
and
seconds
if it
left,
went
no
over,
real
Eugen would
chances
just be
so far.
diving on top of that.
What will there be? Vitality, game
And,
number 3, going in their
he'd
favour
be
after
sitting
a shaky
still.
Game 2 from them and a peaking game 2 from Starpoint. There's still a lot more life in this series for both teams.
But Vitality is
We're
definitely not
seeing this
looking
sort
like
of
themselves
difference
yet.
between your Carmichael and your Vitalities, and that all that's just an intentional own goal to finish.
That's fair.
Zen's
Yeah, it's
actually
just
going
a
to get
bit
his
low.
hat trick with 700 points. The Exotic on 138. But I think
I think Vitality right now feel
between
like
Tangle
they're
and
just the
Vitality
better
in that
team, and they
how
just have to
good did
not
they
make
look game 1? You know, they're
mistakes.
scoring 5 goals. I mentioned their offense. They're really not scared of pushing forward. But as soon as Starpoint looked like they were kind of tugging back the reins in this series, Vitality went back into their shells a lot. I'd love to see them, still play with that confidence regardless of the situation.
It's a
but
quiet
you're still seeing
confidence.
Some battle scars from the previous 2 events where they have been kind of turtling a little bit in net, going back into their shells.
And I think we've seen where Vitality, they do seem to look under pressure on
Oh, yeah.
defense. This time they held it very firmly. They had 6 shots against them, as did Starpoint had 6 shots against them. I think the biggest thing to me is, as you say, Vitality, they still look a little bit shaky. They're still jumping for balls that Starpoint have got complete control over, that clearly they're going to get beaten. And we're seeing double commits on defense. This game, it didn't matter too much, CJ. I can see that being a bigger problem going forward.
Yeah,
But specifically, I saw like Matane just needs to sit back as third more.
This has just been a weird series. So I thought game one, I'm thinking,
Like it's
okay,
just
let's
going
just
over their heads a lot, so they just need to accept like it's going over second's head. So play for it going over second's head.
For the rest of this series, but
They're not dominating that second follow-up 50 that he needs to be there for that immediate shot all the time. Because they're losing pressure and then they're having to work to get back into that space again, and then they don't have the boost to execute that second or third time.
I think they can really make this a series. I feel like the further it goes, the more nervous Vitality are going to be. It certainly plays into Start Point's hands if this is a close one.
I agree. I think there's obviously a lot more here to lose for Vitality. Start Point, they've got the chance
That
to
time
just
it was a
try
chronic.
and go for one of these massive upsets on a European weekend. See what they can do. See if they can take down a giant.
Much better
If they
patience.
don't, cool. They kind of started probably, I imagine,
But
like
they've
last
got to
week,
be ready to
not
50
necessarily
that.
thinking they were going to be beating Vitality, and that's all right. It's up to Vitality to make sure that they don't fall to a team that ultimately they need to be beating.
And again, like it's just right over his head, and instead of Eugen going for that, Matane just sits there and gets an awkward touch.
Eugen goes for the close touch into the flip. He's going to stick around like a bad smell just to get an extra 50 low boost. And downfield, he's got 0.
Like their third is just, it's going to their back wall every single time.
What his new teammate was up to. Lovely start from Vitality here in game 4.
Yeah, if you want to help with that, basically every video I want to make is going to cost about $250 to do it and do it well. And so I'm trying to raise money for that. So if you want to do exclamation point tip and help me reach that goal, that would be amazing. Every bit helps.
But it's hard to get this team on defense. That's step 1 for Start Point. This offense is looking pretty worrying for Start Point. You can see Zen really starting to cork. Eugen low boost back. Exotic had a temporary open net, but probably been definitely been the quietest of the 3 so far. Stumpy has Exotic. Haven't quite seen him get online just yet.
Yeah, I think, what a dunk from Eugen, just over the crossbar. Matana's going to be quick enough to get there, but that's actually starts.
You can't pop that up to the backboard for Zen.
Currently, control of the ball. Exotic not making a touch on that shot. Zen and Matane teaming up to send that back in towards the orange, into the blue half rather. And I agree. I think we've not seen from Exotic what again we would want to see. I'd also agree from the save from Monkey Moon. I don't think we've seen necessarily what we would want to see. I think Zen to me is the only player that we're looking at that has actually got the level of play that we expect from him, and he's still got further to go. And yet Vitality is still winning. That's how, you know, not low the floor of Vitality is. And Exotic, as we discussed.
Yeah, Starpoint's just getting outpaced because they can't position their third to follow up well enough.
He's precision striking. He baits top left. A chronic pre-jumps top left. He just throws a slow one.
They're covering best case and worst case scenario, and Vitality's just hitting it squarely in the meh. And so they're not ready for it.
Start point and end point. Which org was made first? And was this out of spite? Is it like 2 brothers that are making orgs?
I don't think Start Point is at all.
Thanks for the donation.
Maybe it is. No, it's not.
Why
Oh my
that
god, I just got
specific
terrified.
number?
I just
I'm
looked on a
curious.
social media platform, and it says we are looking for
Is
an
there a
org.
story behind that number?
So firstly, any orgs out there, Start Point, here you go. I imagine it's a little bit of a silly billies with Endpoint, who right now are not in Rocket League. So any teams, if Endpoint pick up Start Point, oh my gosh, it's a match made in heaven.
Oh, it makes sense. It feels like they're calling out to them.
An org looking for a team and a team looking for an org, it's a match made in heaven.
There we go, much better. Well, you just got us in there.
Speaking of a guy that likes being up high in the sky,
Yeah.
Zen throws that one across with a 50. Exotic.
Dude,
Precision
like,
not on quite here. Eugen low boost. Zen just
all
happy to
those
take the
triple
50.
commits.
Exotic looking to control. This is more Vitality's game.
Ah,
you kind of just
okay.
see
That makes sense.
the wind being
Well, thanks for helping me get towards making some content.
They don't have the flare. Eugen not quite as online. A couple of goals from Vitality can do that. Some Zen heroics can do that. Really break the spirits of Start Point, but still a couple of chances. Vitality looking a lot more comfortable than they did after game 2, though.
Yeah, hopefully we can get an org, and then my salary can pay for that.
Towards Vitality to see how a game is going, and you think, okay, what is going to be their game plan going forward? Right now, look, they're giving Start Point the ball every now and then they go for a challenge. It's not the biggest issue if we're seeing Start Point, if you're Vitality, you're seeing Start Point go for a couple of touches. A 1, 2, 3 tap back, central Monkey Moon the third.
Yeah, that right there, like, this is like a classic kind of cover one play, where Zen just is in the box ready to try and set up his teammates.
Vitality, they're really just capitalizing on start point, knowing they're 2 goals down, going for everything, overcommitting. That's 10 shots to 1 this game. This feels like game 1 all over again. Start point just don't have an answer. They're just working around. Feels like they're hitting it around some training cones at the moment. Vitality looking good. This is more like the side we're expecting to see. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Last time these two teams faced was literally the last event in Europe, and it was 4-2 in favour of Vitality. That was for the 5th to 6th place match, right before your semi-finals. And Vitality again winning that one. When going to game 6, Zen clearing away from the top corner, not risking a single goal going in. Wondrous save from him, but so far going pretty much the
That's the type of challenges that they need.
Shot from a chronic
And then Matei needs to be up to attack that.
Like his life depends on it.
Like, it's popped up in that position so many times this series. Like, I'm surprised I haven't made the adjustment to be ready for those hits.
Well, he's back in the Octane. Oh, sorry, he's back in the Fennec. He was looking okay in the Octane.
It looks alright, yeah.
He looks comfortable now, back in his old favourite. Monkey Moon still in the Fennec. 12 seconds left. Let's see if Starpoint can get a bit of late hope. Zenlo boots. He's trying to get bummed. He can't find the bum, but it doesn't matter because Eugene is he's just hopping around and doing what he wants.
Eugene pressing every single button on his controller right here just to see what he can do. Flicks it then back around the opposite side, cuts on the inside of Zen. And actually, a beautiful goal. Fair play, Eugene.
Good little counter attack, but.
Win you the game, but it's got you a couple of style points. Try and
Yo,
trade them
what's
into the
up?
counter
Thanks
on
for
your
the
way out.
follow.
I don't know how he landed
How's it going
on
today?
his wheels there as he's kind of pre-flip rolled through it. Hell drift. That would have been one of the most disgusting goals I've ever seen if Monkey Moon got on the end of that pinch pass.
Yeah, Monkey Moon's not doing that if they're only up by 1.
Do them confidence. Not sure. Do they call the timeout? Probably of this. You'd think, why not? I guess you've got it to use it. 3-1 Vitality. Really strong game. Dominated.
How's it going, man? Thanks for the follow.
And previously, as we said, 4-2 in favour of Vitality. This one looking like it is going to potentially be a 4-1 in favour of Vitality. The Starpoint have got an opportunity here. They've just bought themselves 60 more seconds. Timeout has been taken, and CJ, it's going to be, I think, some tough words from their coach Casper.
Yeah, how'd you find the stream?
What exactly they can do against a Vitality that has really started to come online.
Yeah, they just need to. They looked a bit disconnected. It seems like they've been a bit picked apart there
Shout out to
in that
G-Spec.
game. I feel like game 2 and 3 were pretty good. The game 3, well, game 2 was fantastic. They got to win. Game 3, they were certainly right in it, but that felt
definitely
back to game 1 where they were just sitting in net, panicking,
interesting.
and eventually Vitality were wearing them down. So
honestly, no, it hasn't been that interesting of a series.
And when
Vitality's just been
it's hard to say. It's
outpacing
easy to
them and
go, guys, we need to
outclassing
play
them.
more offense.
Yeah.
It's like, how do we get in offense? You know, it's like, good one. Thanks, coach. Collect your paycheck and go away.
But yeah, if Starpoint can figure out the ball is going to go high at the midfield, because that is how Vitality likes to clear it, and just have a third ready to go for it and not wait for a second to rotate back.
Vitality want to commit on a play,
I think they have a
push it very
chance.
close to each other. We've seen how Vitality, they can be taken advantage of in that fact by your Carmine Corps, who will see that they're very close, lure them into that position where the ball is, a little bit more stagnant. A couple of Vitality members come in, and then they strike, let the ball go flying out somewhere, and then counter-attack down the other end. Very hard to get into those positions without then Vitality getting complete control of the ball and then being able to just score on you instead. Very hard start point here. Lure them in maybe a little bit, do what you can, but ultimately I think you just need to play your game and attempt to be as fast as possible without giving Vitality too many chances to work their way into any of these scary positions. I think boost is going to be very important, and the bumps that they've seen before are also going to be important. Make sure that they feel as unsettled as they possibly can. But as you say, CJ, easy enough to say it here when we're not playing. A lot harder to actually do it on the pitch against one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think Starpoint, if they figure that one aspect out, I think they have a
I'd love to see
chance.
a Chronic and Matane get a little bit more on line. Defensively,
But it just matters if Vitality can respond to that, and then if it's going to take another 3 games for Starpoint to figure out how to respond.
Wow, they go here. That's a lovely pump to start things. It's actually the exotic fake, and Zen's trying to keep the ball, but he has been red. off the rip there. Start's so important for start point. They really
There we go.
pinched that game
Chronic's
too, so
farther back.
if they can get an early one, they could be looking to hang on here.
And Matane, again,
Push straight into the blue half as
their
well
third
from
is just
kickoff.
way too close. They've got to expect that ball to be flying over. Just sit a little bit farther back to play that.
Offense is going to be incredibly rough, however. But with 30 seconds
That
left,
right there is the difference
challenging
maker.
Zen in the midfield. Eugen has to turn here, challenges versus Monkey Moon. Does come the better of it, but with no boost, he can't push in too far. And Zen is just landing left and right hooks on anybody that gets in the way.
Oh, Eugen's with bumps. You can see Zen wanted in, but he actually recovered in time.
Good
Speaking
fake.
of bumps, that's something we haven't really seen at all from start point. Even Vitality on offense, but they need to find some demos. It's notoriously
Good
hard
50.
to demo the likes of Monkey Moon, who has some of the
Again,
best
just
positioning and spatial
patience.
awareness
Expect
in
that
the
ball to be
game.
high, and
But
a
I'd love
Chronic,
to
you need
see
to be
a
up
little
for
more
that.
aggression, some confidence, particularly from a Chronic and Matane.
I think they
Something
got
that's
one
really
counterattack, and they were
gonna
like, all right, all we need to
attack.
do is counterattack.
Yeah, there you go. You
Instead
can
of
see
fixing
Matane
the
there,
main
boost
issue they
it,
were
and then
having.
trying to go for a bump. He then puts ball cam back on and sees Zen in complete control, trying to go for a
Yeah,
reset double
so
tap.
I coach
So it's gonna be
tech,
hard to make
so
sure that your
comms
bump's
team.
coming at opportune times. Monkey Moon with low boost can 50 it straight central. Eugen though with low boost himself. And start point, they can't let those situations continue to build up.
Yeah, picking those times is crucial. It's easy to be like, oh, I've demoed last, and your teammate's here, and that's fine, but Zen's on our net.
Like, you see how Zen's just, he's far back, he's
still
ready
gotta
to engage
pick and
that
choose
immediately.
The right opportunities, the right
That's what
times. Monkey
Vitality's
Moon.
doing, that star point,
Yeah,
isn't.
drag across. It's a lovely reset if you want the bump, or one more with the dunk.
Did he just call that an air drag like a true OG? Oh, Eugen bumped Matane.
Done enough to where start point just didn't have the boost to counter attack.
Do or die here though after that timeout for Vitality to get rid of start points.
They're just too far up, so they're getting pushed into shadowing when they should be just going straight for the ball. Like, Matane had so much time to go for that, and he didn't.
Zen can dribble it home easy as you like. And start point, they stare down the barrel, hoping that this is not the end
They're
of their
sticking
road.
too strictly to, like, first, second, and third versus who's got the line on the ball.
This game. You could see he knew exactly what he wanted his teammate to do. Found the demo.
That's
found the
better.
ball to get the goal, and here he's again. Zero boost. Tries to go low. Monkey Moon takes it himself. Can he find the 50 on Eugen? He's done well with low boost. Exotic. Been a little bit quicker on that one. Vitality really looking to push forward now. Love the way Zen's played this whole series, but Exotic, importantly, is getting online now, Stumpy.
When you said that there were no demos earlier on and not much physical play, we have seen Zen and Exotic in particular try and go for the throat of any player that stands in their way of another goal and another step towards those semi-finals. They are pushing for these demos.
And again, like, they're just so close to that, and you don't have a follow-up.
Central pass to Monkey Moon. It is mere pixels separating them
All
from
right,
the
Chronic.
greatest goal in this series. Eugen down the other side, actually a touch high. Zen's going to miss that. Shot on target, but Zen falls on it, gets the save.
There we go. There's the depth you need.
Again. Although there was an error, it is brilliance from Zen.
And again, a Chronic's just so close, and so instead of hitting that forward, he's hitting it to the sidewall, letting a transition happen.
He's doing it all himself, surely. A Chronic too quick. Exotic try to get a hand on it.
Good pinch to get that out.
Attack. Is this the angle for start point? They just have to nearly concede, Stumpy, to find an opening.
Final 90 seconds to start point. It looks like that game 2 might have just been their peak, unfortunately. Could be a horrible end for them against the team that's knocked them out of this event at pretty much this spot twice in a row. Central is Matane, Eugen, 2
It's
hit.
good. Yeah, Chronic has the right depth. He gets it over him. Oh, he's got to score that. And then again, straight over Eugen, and Matane's too close.
He's actually stolen corner boost and turned on it. He's caused a double.
It's the same thing over and over again.
Dust to the ball though, trying to keep them alive. 1 minute left. Going to keep their own major hopes alive here. Importantly, if they're out of this, this is Birmingham done. Vitality trying to secure Birmingham. This will go a world of good because Zen has 50'd them off the ceiling. Second goal on the board.
I think, yeah, Matane just nuke flipped.
A little bit of a heat check, I think, from Zen.
Yeah.
Just trying to see who's online in that backside for start point. Turns out, unfortunately for them, no one is going to be there. 50 seconds. 2 goals needed. Matane right-hand side to the ceiling. Only Exotic up. Matane now to 50. It does
there we go.
So. Beats 2 of Vitality, and the pulse has restarted.
Oh, I was just about to say.
First, I have to recognize it's an issue.
This is the help that he needs. leads. Matane, beautiful dunk off the ceiling. Gets the
that's the big thing is if your philosophy is we just need to get better 50s as second man so third can take that shot, you're not going to see that, hey, you're just getting beat and see these patterns. Because it's a much more macro pattern, which is something that Rocket League just isn't known for yet.
Tries to go the delay. Monkey Moon right there. 25 seconds left. It's down the right end.
So, like, that's what, like, the whole conversation me and Rapid were having is just, like, their solution is have second get a better 50 or first get a better 50 so second set up and can set up third. So, like, they're changing things on the micro level, but it doesn't work because Vitality just knows how to handle that. It's like, I need to get a 50 to happen this way. You're going to try and out 50s in as your win condition.
They're just too strong, Stubby, too classy, and overrun them.
Already the GG's, the good luck. I saw production pre-jump the button, said that Vitality gets the win.
Yep.
In the end, doesn't matter, they have got the win. And you know what, Vitality, I don't think this was their best form. I don't think this was their final form. I also
like, Vitality played, by their standards, like garbage and still won. All because of that one thing that they could not realize.
That mark that they found themselves at was greater. A 4-1, a decisive win over start point. Then a great
but granted, it's also much easier to say, hey, sit further back as third and dive.
Yeah, they're pretty close now to Birmingham.
It's very easy to say that.
100% in the next series.
It is much harder, especially if you haven't done that or haven't had that thought process before.
Had patches, had moments. We saw Matane there. Eugene had a pretty strong series, but it's tough to play your best Rocket League against one of the best teams.
Let me show you on a whiteboard where you need to be.
Still a
and in what situations is much easier than actually doing it on the pitch, especially if you've played a certain way for thousands of hours. They really aren't. It has more to do with, like, Rocket League has evolved to the point where macro is important because the skill gap's not as large to where, yes, it may win you one game, but the macro is still heavily underdeveloped. And that's what I've spent basically my entire time as a coach developing is macro. So that's why it's so easy for me to be like, okay, here's this pattern that's happening, here's why it's happening, and here's what the fix is. And that's not even including, like, the mentality side of it. The basic macro level isn't that difficult to understand. It's knowing all the nuances to make it work that really separates people out. But the thing is most people don't even have a macro perspective to work off of.
This is the Ergo Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic. And it responds to snoring, so you don't have to. So no more nudging your partner or sleeping on the other side of the house. Because the Tempur Ergo Smart Base actually detects snoring, then automatically adjusts to help reduce it all night, every night.
And for a limited time, save up to $500 on select
No,
adjustable
I think
mattress sets
the thing
and
is
get a $300
the teams
deal.
that have it are
Mattress,
doing
the
well.
easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Like, as much as I was dunking on Ultimates and, you know, First Killer in the Rapid podcast, like, they have a structure, they have a system, and it works well. Complexity is pretty close to having one.
It was really scary.
And I know for a fact NRG has one. Me and Sathu have talked about it.
Can be deadly.
But it's not just mixing. Taking pills that weren't prescribed to you or sharing drugs can end your life.
Remember, it's your body,
Your mind.
your voice.
So
and it
it's Rocket
matters.
League's moving more towards the pace is getting to the point where you can't think on the field. So you have to do all your thinking beforehand. And when that structure doesn't work, you need to have depth in what you know how to play. The problem with a lot of teams is they can't see that macro level adjustment. They're just focused on how do I do this thing that we always do better to accomplish the same goal.
Red Bull gives you wings.
And so they basically miss out on like the really easy sit back and dive as third when the ball goes over second's head and just let second rotate out. Or let second stay there and try and stall time, if not play off of first, and let the original first guy rotate out. But if that happens, you got to have some sort of risk, but the risk is somewhat mitigated if you play your cards right. And like you have to absolutely fail for it to go badly. And at that point, the other team is just better in that moment. Like, I could clone myself and put an RLCS team together of my clones, and yes, we might do some upsets against some teams that are like meh, but there's still an element of that person reads the ball bounce faster than me and is going to be there before me. So there's still that element of fundamental skill as well as like the macro skill. But because the macro skill's so low, that's like the easiest to exploit at the moment. The big thing is it takes away creativity. But when you're, or at least on-field individuality. And a lot of players don't like that. Because then the game becomes about discipline instead of, I'm good, let me show you. And a lot of players see their current opportunity not as a chance to actually compete and win, but as a chance to show that they should be on a better team. And when you have three people with that mentality, that's why you don't have that's why you don't have as competitive teams in the like middle lower pack.
Vitality kick off the playoffs of our final Open for Europe here with a strong win over Star Point. They're 3-1, scoring 5 goals unanswered in game number 1 and finishing off every single win there with at least a 2-goal margin. I am joined by the coach of Team Vitality, Cassio. Cassio, congratulations on the win, sir. Wanted to talk to you about your team overall here. Obviously, rough performance in Open number 2. What was preparation like over the last 2 weeks for this event?
Preparation was the most important of like the world split we had. We had 2 okay results. Like the first regional was good, the second was more sketchy, to be honest. And then so on this one, we needed like to make everything clear, get better at the thing that we were good, and trying to change some of the stuff that went wrong. Could be gameplay wise, could be a bit of like how we do in talk with each other, all those kind of things.
For sure. Well, it looked very clean there today against Starpoint there. Monkey Moon in particular was notably rough last week, but 38% shooting percentage today against Starpoint. He led the pitch in shooting percentage there. Talk to me about how important Monkey Moon is to your team.
Monkey Moon is the rock of the defense of the team. Since he's playing with third man type of playstyle, he's really important on the whole defense part. And as well, he's a great shooter. When he feels confident, then he's gonna be able to get those goals going whenever he has the chances. Last week or 2, last regional was a little bit harder, but I think it was more a team thing.
Yeah, more teams need to have the mentality that we can make it,
less
not
confident. That,
this is a stepping stone.
Shift everything. Like if you're slightly someone less confident, then everybody gets it as well, affected.
Gotcha. It's so in your mind, last week was more of a team issue that maybe Monkey Moon caught all the flack for, less of a personal issue?
I think all the players, they always can perform better, and at some very important moment, we could have done better individually. So if somebody is really on his day, is really above the level of the opponents, then we should
if you treat what you're at as a stepping stone, you don't learn why you're at that step.
But I think it was as well something a team thing that get to everybody, and Monkey Moon was the one a bit more affected to it, or that it showed.
So when it takes time to take the next step, you aren't prepared for
I
it.
appreciate your transparency on that. It's wonderful getting to kind of hear behind the curtain on how things are going. Quickly here, the next match you guys are done for the day. GK Esports gonna be taking on 100%. GK wins that one. You guys basically clinch the major. Your thoughts on that matchup? You think GK is gonna get it done?
I think it's a really tough matchup. GK can really has it done, especially I guess since we gave them a little bit of a boost confidence yesterday after they beat us. So I guess it's a good thing if now they can win against 100%. I think as well 100%. I think they have a little bit less experience. So whenever you're like really close to make it, then it gets really hard, and you can have like a really shaky tournament. And I think they are not like on their best turn yet. Like they lost to, they had a little bit of upset, like series that they should have won, I think, that they didn't. So I think anybody can win, but I hope GK does.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll see if they can pull it off there. Cassio, again, thanks for taking the time to talk with us. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you. See you guys. Bye-bye.
See you later, folks. We've got 3 more matches on the day here. Vitality looking strong out there. And a notably good statistical performance here, Johnny, from Monkey Moon in this match. How did you feel he looked on the pitch?
Oh, I think he looks a bit strange, firstly. In the Fennec, I'm still not used to it, seeing Fennec Monkey Moon. But overall, gameplay-wise, yeah, no complaints at all from me, from anyone watching. I'm sure they looked fantastic out there. Starpoint gave them a little bit of something to worry about in Game 2, but they rallied strongly. And yeah, the car switch seems to be working pretty well. Exotic's the only one in his usual Fennec. We've got Zen in the Octane Monkey Moon Fennec as well. Yeah, he did swap blade. I like that he's you know, experimenting. I like it.
Yeah, well, you know, we mentioned obviously the first 2, I guess, events didn't quite go as planned. Cassio just chatted about that a little bit, particularly Open number 2 was a little bit shaky. So perhaps, you know, it's a little mental reset. Just, I don't know, if you're on the pitch and you see Monkey Moon in a Fennec, I think it kind of like resets the whole team. They're like, okay, this is a bit different. You know, let's not go through the motions. Might be a bit of a visual reset for them. So we'll see.
Absolutely. Absolutely, folks. Well, as we continue on here, the players' start point has been eliminated from Open number 3. They've also been eliminated from contention to the Birmingham Open. They are done for the split. We'll see them again, hopefully, in split number 2. Their team vitality.
Who is it that Dignitas is playing? Dignitas NIP is going to be
securing their spot here, depending on the results of our next match. But start point, Johnny, you can see them down there, tied for 6th place. Got to be in top 4 to play in Birmingham.
Yeah, I think they're going to be overall quite happy with how this split went. This is not a team that we expected to be
in a few
top
seconds.
4 coming in. I don't think many of us even had start point in the top 8. So the fact that they are, making consistent top 8s now, especially towards the latter half of the split, good showing for them. Looking forward to seeing what they can do next split.
3 more matches on the day, folks, as we got the first one all done and put away. Vitality, we'll get to see them play on Championship Sunday as they move on. They are done here for Saturday's gameplay. Let's talk about the next match here. It might be the one that if you're just tuning in, you're like, oh, I know Rocket League teams. Who are these guys? This one doesn't seem that important. No, anything but. This match, maybe the most important of the day. Geek A Esports here, taken on 100%. If the Geeks can win this one, we basically set our teams in stone here. It would be eliminating 100% would be huge. 100% going to be going for it with all they've got on this one, CJ.
Yeah, if Geeks win this one as well, that'll send Vitality through. So as Cassio said, certainly rooting for these guys, and they might have given them some confidence. I don't know if that was the strat, was just to lose to them in the seeding match yesterday to give them some confidence coming in, but 100% took these guys down in Open number 2, Johnny. It was a 4-2 result, but we do know that GK, I'm going to keep saying GK because it just sounds better. We do know they're pretty good at rematches. They took down Vitality after losing to them already this event.
Yeah, they need this one badly, even if they're not going to be able to accumulate enough points to make the major. You know, NIP have got a massive advantage on GK Esports. They would still love to eliminate 100%, and overall in the whole season, give themselves a better chance of making future World Championship, which is obviously further down the line.
I mean, this is. I feel like CJ, you've been in this situation before, playing in you play like a series of matches across the tournament, but then you get that one where it's like, oh, the whole season it feels like comes down to this match. Talk about the pressure these players are feeling right now.
Well, didn't Cassio say the closer I guess you get, the harder it is, and that's what it is right now for 100%. They're looking fantastic when everything's cruisy, event 1, and then you're kind of thinking, hang on a minute. We're a chance of making this, and then it gets a little bit crazy. Even with the GK guys we saw at, I guess, the FIFA World Cup for England, all of a sudden the pressure's on you losing to a South African team. So I mean, Rocket League's 90% mental. That's why it's so fun to watch.
It's a fantastic game, folks. Let us know who you think's got the stronger mental in the progressive
fan vote. It's 90% mental when you already have all the mechanics you need.
GK. And who do we got up here on the desk, Johnny? Who you got?
I am going to back the consistent team across the split. Even though we did have the upset win for GK yesterday, I fancy 100% chances. They did it the most important time the two teams played. Now the pressure's on again. I think that they can deliver again.
Going 100% as well. Similar, I don't know, if you're going for GK, it makes sense. They just took down Vitality. It was a tiebreaker. It was a seeding match. Don't know how much you read into it, but 100% just to make it a little bit more interesting up top as well.
Interesting. I think GK might have a little bit of an edge on this one, having to play at 100%, feeling the pressure on their back. And also, if I give it to 100%, I curse them here on the desk. So we got to go with GK on this one. We'll see if they can make the upset here, make things interesting. Also, I mean, kind of set it in the teams. We'll see if we have a basically set top 4 after this matchup here, folks. We've got 100% favored on the desk. I feel like fan vote wise, this could kind of go either way. We'll see how the fans are feeling about it when the fan vote comes on in here. There's a lot of Joyo fans out there, Oli as well, and stuff like that. Straight down the middle. They said there's a few vote difference there. Oh, 100%. It's going back and forth. We're going back and forth. This is going to be an exciting one. I mean, is there? There's so many things that could possibly be a difference maker in this matchup, folks. But it's not going to be us. It's going to be the players on the pitch. Let's get down and play the Rocket League. Do we know the top 4 teams go into the Birmingham Major, or do we still have teams playing their way in? It all comes down to this match, folks. Geek A Esports versus 100%. Everything on the line.
So 100%, it has now become all that much more real. With the pressure on the line, can you step up to the task? Or is Joyo and the rest of GK about to ruin their day?
And you know what? Let's have more than a 4-1 with just one team getting a little old game and then not performing quite as well as we thought they might do. Because this can be very close. These two teams have played each other twice
Yeah,
already.
these teams are both very focused on offense.
Times in a 3-2 and a 4-2 in a respective major.
So I think this one's going to be a shootout either way.
So I think this could probably lean the way of 100%. Meanwhile, I have put 100% on the prediction sheet. I see, Shogun, that you also put 100% on the prediction sheet.
There's only one. It's Gibbs.
Holy, bringing back the Batmobile. Let's go.
The outlier of the crew. But we will see if that happens. It's all about setting the pace here in this game one, brought to you by Progressive. As Acro, very low boost. Still doing very well. I think for 100%, they need this man here, Rezi, to play well. He has been the standout performer. I feel like he has been the most improved player that we have seen so far this season. When he is on one, he is very, very difficult to stop. As we do also have a Batmobile on the field. It's so good to see.
We do. You know what, Shogun? I think I'm the opposite. It stresses me out seeing a Batmobile because I've played so much with Cole. Exactly, I've played so much with Cole that I can see what not to do with it. And whenever I hear the boost for Batmobile, I think I get flashbacks to hearing and seeing the ball go absolutely flying over the bar.
Okay, so just for my own peace of mind, if you heard a DeLorean, how would you feel?
Yeah, both these teams are just full sending it.
Your weird cars, all of you. Just use the Dominus like a normal person.
Of course. Make sure it's got a hat on it as well.
Naturally, taxi topper for me, thank you.
Acro playing it over to Luis, who is instantly challenged by
Joyo
Archie.
getting that flip reset with 10 boosts.
What they're going to want to see throughout the entirety of this. Oli can't win the challenge. Joyo has to get something on it. He came from an awkward angle, but still did well enough. Both teams just feeling it out here, not willing to overcommit. I do say that. I don't actually know what Luis was actually jumping for, but hey, he was over there anyway. And now it's a very awkward spot to play for the defense.
It's going to be interesting to see just how both these teams end up adapting to each other. 100% theoretically.
A lot of times those jumps like that, it's not to
whether that's going to be transpiring into the most
attack the ball so much as it is to give the space.
I feel like I could read exactly what he was going to do there, but as a defender, it becomes impossible. The ball sticks to the roof of his car. Oli has to jump. He has to respect the flick, and Rezi knows that.
Yeah, it's just one of those situations that Oli knows exactly what's about to happen. But Rezi's got that ball in a spot. He can just make a decision as it gets to it. He can still flick that at any point if he wants to. You know, it doesn't matter if you're playing Batmobile, Octane, 2 Octanes stuck together, a limousine. You are not stopping that low challenge.
Nah, I think the Merc stops that challenge.
Yeah, you really couldn't ask more. It's a nice outplay. Halfway through the game, though, Oli's going to bang it to the opposite corner. Joyo is going to be completely beaten. It's open for a second. That angle is awkward. Rezi over the top does bump Archie out of the way. Let's pick and go up for one challenge. Oli's going to beat him in that Batmobile. Archie, no contact made. A really good chance there, though, for GK. And an even better one, to be honest, as the net is completely open for Joyo.
Yeah, what do we went for 1-1? All right, we've got Rezi over here. Not a great
double
hit.
commit.
Luis is completely in the back, and yeah, there is a double commit.
Trying to play offense in their own corner.
If you've still got a teammate rotating back, is to lose the next player.
Yeah. I mean, it was Acro, I think, going in when either Rezi didn't call it, or just the comms weren't quite right. Acro might have called it, whatever happened. It's not going to be the one. And drawn up, in fact, gone in the lead. RGK.
We'll have a look at what Luis was doing with this one. It's just a really poor touch. I think he wanted to try and leave it for Rezi. But Rezi couldn't get to it on the wall. They're just outpaced to this one. And for 100%, they will be very disappointed at how they have given this away. But for Joyo, incredible pace to get to it. Is there another one on top? No, good save. Oh, he's considering diving on in, but instead chooses to play a little bit safer. And now Joyo, for the first time, again. Yeah, he's kind of gone up and realized, I don't actually have that.
He certainly has.
Yeah, but the thing is because it's Joyo, they respect it because he jumped.
That ball was Binny's bound. Instead, does manage to get saved away.
Whether he's getting it or not, he's putting himself up there and being like, doubt me for a sec.
Bring one back as Joyo takes another heat check and secures another goal.
I will say, Joyo, when he's just going as quick as possible, is
so that right there is literally all Star Point needed to do.
Yes, but
is like be deep enough so they could just hit that ball that's in the air at midfield.
Again, just taking the shot, put it behind the goalkeeper. We've been mentioning 100% now that this is not the open qualifier number 1. They are close. They have to win these matches if they want any chance of going to Birmingham. Does that start to play a factor?
I mean, you have to take every single game by game. I think as soon as you start thinking about the consequences of a series, you play different, you play scared. Only in a Batmobile, he does not know the definition of playing scared. Manages to go for that one. Joy with under a minute now remaining. It's going to see this ball fly up nice and high for Resi. Does get a catch, and then a 50. Odie comes in to challenge him. 50 seconds remaining, Shogun. And GK very clearly leading with actually very good game control to go alongside it.
Yeah, what has been interesting actually is none of these goals have come from like persistent pressure. They've been instant. You know, win that midfield, get a bump on somebody, or just wait for a mistake. We've got another one. Joyo's already up there. That's Joyo like he's 2 goals down.
I mean, that's Joyo's third. He secured himself the hat-trick. A low boost that ends up on 0 challenge, completely outpaced the defender. It's 4 for GK, and that is game number 1 going to be secured for them. And every other team watching this, if you're Vitality, if you're Dignitas, if you're Ninjas in Pajamas, you will be extremely excited. Because if 100% end up losing this series, those other 3 spots right behind Carmine Corp are pretty much locked in for you guys.
Yeah, I think at that point, GK are the only team actually that could do something, but they need to win the entire event, I believe.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that's maybe the reason why they're not feeling the pressure too much. It's very far away at this moment in time. But, oh my God, I mean, Joyo was like twice as fast as everybody else on the field.
Joyo was remarkable in that game. After having what we ultimately identified as 2 complete misses, I think one of them leading to not a goal, but it was a decent chance. He ends up then bringing it back, gets that hat-trick secured. I've also got a couple of stats here for you, Shogun. Apparently, according to Direct, our wonderful statistician, the Batmobile was played by Oli 12 games yesterday. That is more games than played on Batmobile yesterday than across the last 2 seasons combined.
Wow.
Across all regions, which was only 9. So 9 appearances in the last 2 regions, the last 2
I wish I was around when the Batmobile
every
was
region
there.
involved, or only yesterday. Ridiculous.
I'm surprised it's not been used more often. You know, I think the Mustang's been sort of the go-to opposite car. It's even Mustang or Skyline a lot of the time, but nobody likes to go flat car, do they?
It's next level of flat. Cole always likens it to using a pool cue.
I could see. I feel like at that point, you know, maybe the breakout hitbox is a little bit more to it than just like a full-on plank. Which is surprising.
The reason the breakout sucks is because
it is.
It's literally just a Batmobile.
I was going to say too that on the chat vote earlier, chat, this one that involves you, in favor of GK. 2 more people voted for them. 2 votes in favor of GK.
Wow.
And so they are your favorites. If you're in this prediction competition alongside us, you all went for GK off the basis of 2 people.
So to get into game number 2. 100% looking to at least make a bad fight of this one. Somehow find a way to not get instantly beat to every single follow-up. And I think for me at the moment, Sobby, that's the big difference. We're seeing challenge, and then the next player is always in an orange car. Bang, as Luis P keeps it out.
And he keeps it out, but just for how long? Oli's going to be trying to get that one straight back into the middle. A great pinch does keep it away. Oli can get a boost still, and Resi.
But again, even if they don't get an attack, they're keeping it in their half, which allows them to basically play 4 boost pads to 2.
Challenged by Oli, who finds himself on the ceiling.
Or 4 big boosts to 2.
Really piling on against
because they have theirs, they have the midfield, and then if they do really well, they can even steal some of theirs.
How do you follow up this play? Oli just plays the ball long. Resi's pretty awkward here, and he will lose the challenge. Oh, that's his challenge to go for, though. That's one of those ones where if you're Oli, you see that and just go, yeah, I knew that was going to happen as well. I don't know why I hit that.
You hate it. You really hate to see that. As the attacking player, as a defender, you love it. Because you think, oh, you've left your goal completely open. You left the face of your car just as a funnel towards a net where we want that ball to go.
That's the reason why you got to be very, very careful when challenging over in your opponent's corner. There are a few ways that can go.
Like, see how patient Joya was?
Oh my God, really? Just played the shot, did not believe that Archie could get there. He was correct.
That's what Starpoint wasn't doing.
He has got right. How many more of those can they survive? Archie now, straight down the middle. They're looking for bumps. They're looking for low 50s. They can't get the ball over the line, but 100% are just surviving.
Good fake.
Now, they are now down by a single goal.
And again, watch how this sets up.
Fake from the midfield here as well. Joya goes for that one, completely.
Ollie's back deep enough. So he has time to call off Joyo for that fake. But if he's so close, then like that still might end up being a double commit or a weak shot.
This is turning into a dominant gameplay here. GK have not got themselves up and rolling. It looked like it was going to be good when they got their first goal in the last game. Ever since then, they had a couple of mistakes and they have not settled. Good pace. Where's the follow-up? That's the big question I've got on all of these. This time around, not going to happen. You see the confidence difference. 100% barely had everyone available. Whilst on the other side, GK are just attacking, hounding. They don't care if they've got everybody in the final third. It's going to work. Who cares if we can get counter-attack? We're going to score anyway. What do you mean counter-attack?
I mean, that kind of confidence as well is going to, I think, bring them further through this competition than I'm sure they bring them through this competition to the point where they wanted to have been in previous events. Joya's going to be diving in front of there just to try and save Archie's blushes with no boost. Oli massively overshoots that one as Resi does end up taking it low. And I think GK, they're now playing at that kind of pace that we've expected them to be in from previous events. They've not really reached the level that we've seen from them before, individually at least. We've got 6 regional champions here on the side of GK. They've not been able to repeat it so far in 25.
This is the best chance they've got. It's a shot on target. Louis P has got to keep that play going, but he's misread the wall. Archie, low boost. Not going to commit further than he can't recover from. But it was just, look how easy that was for GK to get away from. They're stuck in their own final thirds, and just Archie easily sees the ball out. Can't win that challenge, though. Acro's still loitering. That's a good first touch. Everyone's jumping to try and meet him. He slowed the ball off, but he couldn't find a challenge win. Best look that 100% have had in a while.
I mean, that's the best chance, yeah, that we've seen out of them, not just in this game, but I think in previous games as well, aside from their one goal that it did end up getting. Archie taps it round behind. Oli's not going to be the second man to it. Instead, it is going to be Acro. That left wing is going to now be pounced on by Joyo. Oli's there again. They are committing with no boost at all, and that is giving no time whatsoever for 100% to try and bring through any amount of their offense themselves. It's the 1, the 2, the third, but Joyo above the bar. Everyone on 100% is still low on boost.
Yeah, Acro's also going to go for the boost over a ball over boost. It has actually worked for him, so didn't go for the shiny thing. Here comes Luis P. Looks to try and put it low. Oh! With help from the post.
Yeah, he needed to place that. And again, you see 100% kind of fall into the same mistake where they're just playing super close for that 50.
For 100%, otherwise I imagine we're going to be seeing a timeout taken. Acro up high, a lot of boost, no real reset. A chance flips over the top again. Who's there next? It's Oli. No one's there. Everyone went on a holiday.
Well, I was absolutely certain that they had wasted a chance. Oli's on this ball. Surely Luis shouldn't have it.
Oh.
And Oli.
Sometimes you just get out 50'd.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you're not really that well tall in car. In person, yeah, definitely so.
He's played that. You're completely right. Like he's in a Fennec, like he's in a tall car. Instead now, Joyo tries to get that 50, ends up going low with it. It's a very late equalizer from 100%, but the pressure falls straight back towards GK. I think the XG of this game has gone very much in favor. The 1-2, no, it's not there! A post!
Well, I don't know.
I will say 100% is starting to adapt.
Either way, this overtime is essential.
That's got to be a bit tilting.
Oh, Joyo's already up. Oh my god, they can't make that work. Surely Acro's got that covered. Now the opposite side of the field. Luis just pops the ball up, aims for Oli's car, but you can't really bump a Batmobile for some reason. I have tried numerous times. It does seem to be impossible. Acro, all the way back, has to win the challenge. Does well enough. Archie already up.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible ball control. And GK are going to continue to try and set.
Oh, yeah.
Chance here as Resi
Mainly because, I mean, I worked with Nick last year, and so there's a lot of strategy and stuff that I'm seeing that I brought into that team that he's carried over. He's definitely made it his own, though, with these players.
He had it. Acro turning away from ball, goes straight for man. Louis P. Cross to Acro again. We're seeing a lot more play build up from 100% here in overtime.
Yeah, they're doing so much better about taking that first touch. It was so easy for GK previously because they were just blasting the ball. Yeah, Resi's not quite got the angle for that. It's one that you go for, but Oli, he's going to go low, and Resi couldn't score earlier on, but he keeps his team in this overtime. Now Joyo,
Joyo, you got it.
Okay, that looks cool. Yeah, maybe don't do
You can't be shooting like me, Joyo.
He's still stuck in defense now.
It's a good clear, though, from Resi. He does get midfield. Joyo finds Archie. Does Acro know that he's there? The 50 is huge. Louis P is forced onto it. Here's Joyo boosting behind him. Louis P now bumped around onto that one as well. Resi managing to avoid the bump from a zero boost Joyo. Archie with a 50. It becomes a lot scarier when you're in this overtime. Archie, a complete misread. Yeah, that is right, Shogun.
I kind of want to make land with GK just so me and Nick can go at each other.
The confidence musty.
Yeah, there's always when you get the musty, you just like.
I think it would be a really fun matchup.
You've ever seen, because it seems very difficult to at least gauge how much you're going to hit that. Going in for a pinch, isn't it? You just assume, all right, here we go. Season 3.
Yeah, you just see how like deep Joyo is getting, and how that's how they're able to maintain that pressure.
They're allowed that to go for the low 50 instead. He maintains a bit on boost off it too, so
Sorry about that, Bert.
The entire attack can continue. Tell you what, the boost control, the boost management that we're seeing out of GK, I'm extremely impressed with. We've seen them go to zero very rarely, and even when they do go to zero or low, they actually end up continuing on their attack. A 1-2-3 play, only with a pinch ground pass, ends up going for the bumper. Resi holds firm.
I mean, Resi had no other way to play that. He's on zero boost, he can't jump. Oli, I think, could have played that better. That should have been a check.
2 up.
Oh, wait a second. Archie's there. He's trying to find
Dude, if that boost had spawned.
Acro save. How much more time are they going to spend on zero boost?
Oh my gosh.
Louis P's got to try and take a low 50. Instead, he's gone for the outplay. He's gone over the top of one. Archie left, back. He's going to be bumped. It's trailing on him.
Like I said, this is going to be a shootout.
What a piece.
They score with 10 seconds left in the game. It then takes them 3
Both these teams are just
having
like. To put it in perspective, the mentality of these teams is 5 goals are going to happen. 3 goals of them are going to be ours. That's kind of the mentality of these teams. With the way, like, they're okay with accepting some risk and being scored on because they think they can score more.
Big differences that GK have made. One, they're not just trying to hit the ball in defense. Where GK like, all right, well, we're just going to stay in midfield. We're good. What are we doing? Thanks for the ball, I guess. And the other one is GK are finding a lot less success now on hiding a player either behind the goalkeepers or on the ceiling. We saw earlier on Archie just tried to stay the ceiling. He's instantly challenged. They're not as easily caught out anymore.
Yeah, I think it's always interesting as well to see how the teams end up just adjusting their play style a little bit in these overtimes. I think we saw 100% realizing that them sitting back isn't necessarily going to be winning them the game. Acro, by the way, real quick, 6 saves, 0 goals, and he has 700 points, the most in the lobby.
He was everywhere. Entire game.
He honestly, he did.
I'd be close.
The plays that we saw of 100% on their low boost, and GK, I want to admire both teams on their low boost plays. 100% on their defensive low boost plays, GK on their offensive low boost plays. Very impressive all round. Game number 3, drawn level, major chances still up in the air.
So 100% made some adaptations. What's your gauge at the moment on this Batmobile? I don't know how I feel about early in this at the moment.
I'm still scared because bear in mind that a goal that they ended up giving up was, it was to do with Oli's mispositioning or his misdecision making rather.
Like the thing that people forget about the plane kick bosses or like the thinner ones is it's easier to just hit the ball forward just because of the way the game's programmed. Like when you land it on the nose, it's just consistently more powerful.
Oh no, mate. I don't think my titanium white samurai is getting that one either. So 40 seconds into game number 3. Joyo, who has been cooled off a little bit over the last
So
few minutes.
100%'s doing a better job contesting at the midfield. They're not sitting as far back, just letting them have the free space.
Not quite as well welcome to him. He has got some support behind him, but Joyo just controls. Joyo looking very comfortable defensively.
That's a great little... Just a little heat check into the bottom corner. Archie can save it away. As he wanted to make sure that they are fully aware that he is there. Joyo giving possession of that ball away. He has low boost, yeah, but it goes straight back to Rezi. Will he end up regretting his decision? Shogun, I think he might.
Yeah. You see all three of them push forward? Or, wait, no.
Noni's giving it away. He's jumped forwards. Like he's not even in the back third by then. So I think that's
he pushed forward there, and then when he turned back, he couldn't get the pace that he needed to not get dunked.
It's very intriguing, though, to see just how that aggression from Joyo is either going to help or hinder his team. So far, I think it's still very much on the side of help. He got 3 goals in game number 1, for goodness sake.
Joyo is trying to take the series in his hands. This is dangerous for, honestly, both teams.
Needs to get it on target, did so, but Oli stands firmly in his way.
Oh, well, he wanted the pass over to Oli, but Oli's still on 0 boost and has to have enough power to it. Here comes Archie, sealing Reed. It's not a bad one at all! Sealing pass, and Joyo will finish it off.
Joyo has the capability of doing it, but at the same time, the team plays will always be better
and they bring it back
and more consistent.
With a stunner of a response.
Archie just has those in his back pocket, and it's always when you least expect it. Now he's looking for the player. Couldn't quite find it. As always, Archie's decision-making just in a split second seems to be one of the best in the world. Rezi. Oh, can't win the challenge. Archie's outplayed. Oh, forced the own goal off the ball.
Oh, man.
Acro is going to save them their blushes. GK are really starting to roll here.
I mean, it's GK full aggression. Archie needs to get
you just gotta put that in.
That should have been a goal. That should be 2-1. Archie shooting completely high and wide. Joy now go for a bump on the final man after the pass. Only can not quite
100%'s done a really good job marking the second man.
Again, not quite
oh, man.
Denting just that top right corner. Lewis P fakes in that touch. A lovely play. He's going to be maintaining control near enough in favor of 100%.
Tell you what, consistency is just so hard to come by in this lobby at the moment. Everyone is having their moments where they are the best. Oh my word!
Like I said, Joy is going to take the series in his hands, and it's dangerous either way.
Joy has returned the favor there. From I don't even know where he got that from.
He got it from the wall.
Rolling himself down the wall, isn't he?
Because he jumped and angled his card down, which helped push him down, and then because he held it down, he still had it by the time he needed to send it across.
Some serious peaks, and then there's just moments that leave you scratching your head. But for now, you would say it has been majority GK, as that one's just wide. Lewis P cannot turn for that. So
yeah, 100%'s had their chances. They're just not executing. Again, this was both teams are going to have accepted 5 goals, or 5 should have been goals are going to happen. And they're just confident that they're going to be the ones with that execute.
I think Joyo might even have sent that in.
Yeah, he definitely would have done it. He's never been so thankful to whip the ball. Puts the one high, Archie's already got it red. In again, Lewis P, backboard, double tap!
You cannot leave him alone. With the ball, Archie sends that to no one, a low boost challenge. No one's there for it. Lewis P is.
I feel like in those situations, like, you just gotta jump for it. Like, at least make the shot more difficult.
What was 100% issue is now the big issue for GK. Joyo plays the ball out. Oli, ceiling. Can he catch it? Reset. I'm not too sure he leaves it for Archie anyway. This series.
Oh, he got robbed. That boost spawned right behind him.
Back out. Oh, behind. Oh, what a shot, Louis P.
Lewis P sends that ball, Biddy's bound yet again. This time it finds its way in. Bang! Over the highest order. Archie just has to watch it fly in above and behind him. A lead for 100% as they become activated in the third.
It's happened to GK again, where they are winning. They're going into the final minute. They're in a good position.
So remember how I said Joy is going to take that series in his hands and it's going to be dangerous either way? That play right there is it. Like, he cut in near post, expecting to be able to make a play, cut off his teammate with full boost who had a line on the ball to do that, and it got him scored.
Right, Lewis P is the Joyo of Game 3 that Joyo was in Game 1. A wonderful play from him again. The hat trick secured. Still, by the way, like 200 points and below. I think it was Acro had like 700 with no goals. Unbelievable performance from him in game number 2. But Lewis P, great performance so far in this one. Enabled by his teammates as well. 2 goals clear. It may well be 3 goals clear. It is going to be. Rezi gets his second, sorry. And GK, they are floundering with this pressure.
Again,
like
shootout.
So many of the goals that 100% have scored have been started by the fact that we can turn and go, GK, I've hit the ball and it's rolling on the floor. Yeah, that one maybe I can judge less so because the game's over. Oh, hello. Kick off! Ball kick off works! Yes!
I love it! Oh, we love ball kickoff. Everyone go. Just do it. Just drive, baby. That's Rocket League, mate. That right there is what Rocket League is all about.
You can have that one.
A good little concession goal.
Work for so long.
Again! I love that. That's wonderful.
Oh, Joel can't quite get to it. Acro, just how much time can you buy here, mate? Let's calm the game down. Oli looks to try and force another challenge. Can't get there, and finally, time has run out.
Now everybody in ranked is going to be doing that and being like, oh, but pros did it. It's like, yeah, pros on a team that were down 3 goals. Said, screw it, let's try something for the clip.
After
since
seeing
this
what
game's
GK were
over.
putting forward with their complete pressure, I didn't think that 100% could really match them, at least like while the pressure is coming in as well from GK. But I think it almost feels like an arm wrestle. GK in games 1 especially, they had that real push. They were making sure they were right close
GK
to the
is just
table.
lacking
Game
discipline,
2,
specifically Joyo.
back into the middle. The strength that we've
That's
seen
the danger of the
100%
creativity of
and
a
they are
player.
now pushing down on the hands of GK with. I don't know if GK can come back and match it. In an 8-goal thriller, it's 5 to the good for 100%.
That is one of the goofiest final minute and a half I have seen in any match I've casted. That was phenomenal entertainment. But for GK, they'll be looking at going, it's happened again. We had the lead, and it completely fell apart. And what worries me as well is we haven't seen many moments where GK have had to try and chase a game. Bar the bot kickoff, which, incredible. I do not like how GK played that from behind. It was all in immediately when they had time to play with.
Yep.
Thing is, I think they were playing it the same as they were playing it when they had the lead as well. That's what's peculiar to me. Their game style didn't change at all. Whether they have the lead or whether they are behind by a goal or 2, they're still challenging low boost. I think this time, the only thing that changed, 100% have read them. They know they're going to be challenging with low boost, and so now they can just tip it over the top. And suddenly it's 2v3. Is he only going for it there again? He goes for the low boost challenge, and it can be completely read.
Yeah, I feel like for GK, they need more success in the first-man challenges. Right now, it's not been worth much. As the ball is just powered long, not quite going to make it to that one. Prioritizes a recovery rather than fully committing to it.
Messed up.
Joyo might have a bit of time here. Louis P, 0 boost, passes it off. Oli's on 0.
But like that type of 50 is only happening in a Batmobile.
Third man versus third man there as well. Both teams putting everything in the basket. It falls very evenly, but that shows the depths that both these teams are willing to go to just try and squeak it past the last.
Let's try and put what we've seen in perspective, by the way. Oli is on 0
Yeah,
boost right now.
Oli's just lurking on 0. Like
15 boost in this opening minute. Like, he is perma low. He's gone down. He's on 13 boost average.
It's ridiculous.
He might hit single digits. All right, we're up to 40. There we go. That's a bit better. 100% will certainly do that for you. As now 100% themselves do need to maybe back away. Oli's got boost. He's ravenous. He's looking for it.
He's never been this quick.
Oh, that's
hello. Oh, that's a little snipe from Joyo.
Yeah, the issue is it puts it to where it's a Joyo and friends type situation.
Goes low. Acro has just crept out forward and starts to turn left as that ball comes in. Contact is made, but contact is not enough.
Yeah, Rezi would have wanted a better piece of that one. It just seemed like he lost all momentum as he tried to catch the ball. Acro outpaces one. Archie already on it. But now, is there anyone back? Oli's just got there. Archie instantly up again.
GK is just having trouble accepting that they're on defense.
That's kind of been his role for a long time. Oli, he's on nothing. Archie is on nothing. And Archie is just going to back away for the time being.
Clever decision.
Oli doesn't care. Oli's on 12 boosts, right? He's thriving right now.
Oli looks at pads and spits on them. He thinks, no, I do not want you. Looks at a big boost pill. He is disgusted.
He's pathing at this point in time. Like, he has to be purposely missing them.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to leave them so Joyo has boost so he can do what he can.
Joyo now. Awkward first touch, but it is Joyo. He does tend to still find the catch. Good bump, and we go into the second half of this game. Yet again, tell me if you've heard this one before, with 100% chasing the match.
And GK chasing every single ball that gets put even slightly up into the air. It's going to be Joyo's turn here. Oh, just completely proves my theory wrong. Cheers, Joyo. Stays actually grounded.
Oh, that's got to be in.
Low. Archie's on target, but Lewis P knows that shot's going in that bottom left corner.
I mean, Archie, yeah, had to make a very quick decision as to whether or not that goal was open enough to take the shot. Decided instead to...
At the very least, like...
Just dives on in. Joyo, he's always actually been outpaced by Rezi. And Oli missed the ball, tried to find a very quick psycho. Luis P leaves it for Rezi.
Again, just...
awkward.
Joyo gets the boost because he's Joyo. Makes his teammates awkward.
And suddenly,
challenge from Joyo.
Doing well here.
They are. They've had this maintained pressure. So Lewis P going to send it on target. Rezi next man send it on target, but Joyo got enough boost to keep it away. Oli, as ever, goes back down to 0. Legend. And then the boost still away from him. Acro keeps him honest. Says, you keep working in those boost mines, brother. 80 seconds as Lewis P sends it high to 1, intercepted by Oli.
Oh, Lewis P, very heavy first touch. That lines up Joyo, who just tries to push the ball onwards. Realizing he's probably didn't have the boost or momentum to try and find the reset.
Good little boost steal.
Oh, he fakes the first challenge. GK do not want to throw away another lead heading into this final minute. That's a double commit, double the chance of pushing that into the opponent's side of the field.
It's worked out for them.
Yeah.
So far, their aggression has been the winning factor. Oli can't make contact, neither can Lewis P, so Rezi comes in to be the first man for it.
Yeah, GK's finally accepted that sometimes they have to play defense.
Very nicely towards Acro. Time, space, and boost. Unfortunately, there's also Archie flying his way straight into your face.
Acro's going to turn. Almost got demoed, but now he's on the way. Backboard, can he get there? Oh! 0! And what he would have given for 5 more boosts.
And that touch has to come in from Archie. It does so. This final 20 now with Oli keeping
Batmobile flick. Let's go.
Awkward as humanly possible. This is where
that flick is not happening in a knockdown.
Gets rid of Joyo. The reset low. Still opportunities.
Yeah, they got rid of Joyo, but Archie again perfectly placed. The time has ticked away. Rezi over to Acro. Couldn't find the redirect, but it drops up. Did not get there in time. So a 1-0 game where GK, I think that's an important one for them as well. Like, if this was up by 2-0, you can say it's a lot more comfortable, but I think in their minds mentally, just having that close match, but they still didn't make any mistakes in the final minute. That's big.
I mean, it's going to be, I think, one of those learning experiences where you still see that GK have not changed any of their game style. Nothing has changed with GK. Out of all of these games, they're still going for all these low boost challenges, still going for all these low boost everything, barely picking up pants and pills, Oli in particular, and it's still working. For me, if you're 100%, it must feel so frustrating thinking they're going for challenges that they shouldn't be going for, and it's still working, and we can't work it around them.
So, yeah, I mean, you just got to keep playing your way. I don't think either of these teams, you can make small adjustments. You can just be a little bit more prepared for what your opponent's strengths are. But you just have to play your way the entire time and see if you can get over the line. Quick reminder as well for anyone just joining us. Both these teams are still in major contention, but it's 100% are the main protagonists right now of this. They have to get a win here, and they are very much hoping that Dignitas can take down NIP later on. And that might give them a decent shot at going to the major.
And all these teams, I think, that are waiting the wings, your Vitalities, your Dig, your NIP, they are waiting, Shogun,
easy block
for 100% to lose. They want GK to continue going absolute
what's up, Express?
on all these chances that they get.
Sorry, I had to pull up Stream Manager, and that made the stream lag a little bit because I'm already.
Waiting for the next season update for that to properly ting off the top.
I'm also trying to stream it on YouTube as well. But
Rezzy's instantly onto Joyo.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
He does play these quite slowly. Like to get fast Joyo back onto the field again, just hit the ball as hard as possible instantly. I mean, that's where he was at his most dangerous. Archie instantly there. And here comes Joyo, wins the challenge. And Luis P had a couple of orange cars around him, so he just plays it first time. Rezzy back down to Acro, takes the 100s. Archie, another challenge win. So this is a bit of a stalemate at the moment in this final thirds.
GK's doing a really good job making those challenges awkward in the corner for them to follow up.
There's a lovely turn from Acro there as well. We're seeing how many times that GK dive in, and it's going to help them and hinder them. So far, I think it's helped them still. I'm still on that train of it still helped help them out. Acro now trying to go top corner on it. Archie gets rid of Rezzy, so the attack is somewhat dampened. I've seen Lewis B have to commit back into his
who's your friends that are playing right now?
Yeah, Joy's starting to find a lot of success in those positions. That's where he got his goal last time. I'm just running onto what I assume was a challenge, but hey, angle worked out perfectly for him. Off the ceiling, Luis P. Only as far as Archie. This ball has just been stuck.
Good depth from Joyo, so that way he can do something and bring it forward.
They just can't get this ball to drop into a shootable position. Archie calls Oli off. Oli looks for Luis P. He also looks for even more blue cards. Can't find either of them. And that will mean
good 50 from Joyo.
Is still strong, at least for now. But you can see GK are getting frustrated by this. They want demos, and also, well, that has now resulted in nobody in position to try and follow up a challenge.
Rezzy gets rid of Joyos. The defense is spread things somewhat.
Again, that is a flick that only the Batmobile is getting.
This game, he's doing better.
All right, good for him. He's a changed man. I personally liked our low boost warrior, but maybe I'm alone.
Prefer it.
There he is, back on low boost, back where you belong, Oli. What a king. Doink? That's where it's good. Oh, he needs to doink that a lot flatter. The flick has done you no favours, son. Oli.
Yeah, he's wondering what the next part of that play is. First hit completely took the sting out of the play. I'm not entirely sure there actually is an opposite side of the field at this point. We have only seen the blue side of the field so far. There's nobody with too much boost to keep this play going, though.
GK's going to close this out.
So Archie with the challenge. Oli just a little bit of a jump up. Yeah, he was just threatening it, but
they've realized that all they have to do is not get scored on.
The first time 100% have really had much to work with.
They don't have to necessarily score. They just have to not get scored on.
Oh, that light touch in the center. Only has to be called on to be the man to it next. Otherwise, there's probably a goal in favor of 100%. And the 2 minutes now, very low scoring. After a low scoring previous game 4.
Nice.
Looking like it may well be entering into that silver goal territory. And for one, the second, the dunk is there.
Did you make top 16, I see? Or
well recovered from him for the ball flying straight over his head.
Yeah, such an impressive touch to make. So you've got to get it, control the ball, and also land. Yeah, so it can be very.
Hey, that's a big. I'm trying to think. Didn't you guys make like just barely make top 16 last time?
In game 3,
Or like just make it like 3 or like 2-3 in Swiss or something last time.
Both these teams have really, it's a lot more disciplined from the squad.
It's more dignified, and that's not what I like. I want to see the Rat Kings come out. I want to see Oli go for the 0 boost bombs as he just literally did. Good for you, Oli. Acro, that back corner, the boost steal
that
is
boost
going to be a
steal
favour
was
of Acro
huge.
as well. Joe can't commit onto that. No, he's going to be continuing to play down the wing. Lands wonderfully. Another 50. Archie and Oli against one. Archie on
there you go.
He's held in. That's in regardless. It's still not pretty on the replay.
I was about to say, I knew you guys made it pretty close last time. Oh yeah. Don't be sad you didn't make it. Just be proud of like what you improved by. And not so much like the placement, but like as you improve as a team. Because if you just focus on how you improved as a team and just keep improving, like the results will come.
Kind of on a little bit, not backwards, but like kind of more laterally than I think he would have liked. Yeah. 2 players up for that, by the way. Crowley does get the save.
Oh, Rezzy's going to look for the ground pinch. Realized that Oli was
oh
right
yeah.
him.
The post-game debriefs are the best.
As well. Again, another 50. Oli in. Another fake challenge. Oli has really decided that fake challenges is the way to go in this one. Final 10 seconds. And 100% are seeing it slip away.
I said, GK doing a good job of knowing that they don't have to score.
Oh no.
100% is going to give something up being over-aggressive.
Out of major contention.
I think we're seeing maybe a few tweets be drafted right now from Vitality, Dignitas, and NIP saying, all right, we're in a much better position here. Thank you very much, GK. That'd be delightful. Still got some work to do on their sides. But otherwise, GK, this would be the 3rd time these teams have met this season, and it would be the 1st time that GK get a dub.
There's a timeout taken, and yeah, if there was ever time to go for it, then this is definitely it.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
For GK, I mean, this is not a side of them I
we
thought
beat
we
our
would see, but
ever-present rival of Start GG, and then Start GG made a lowers run.
With these dive-in
I don't know if you saw those
mention
tweets.
of it, Stumpy. And now suddenly they're just sort of driving forwards with the intention you just go, oh, we could have done. But actually, I've already turned, mate. Like, I faked you out here. You've now gone for the instant play where you're trying to, you know, beat me, and I'm not there. And it's working out great because they're just holding the possession of this ball for so long.
Yeah, this was a guy in our first round.
Sad is that we've got Noah coaching a team against Joyo. The two that have been together for so long. But Nick, you know, back on their side, back from the queso days, which is quite nice, but it still feels wrong seeing Noah on the other team cam.
See, GK, not really, I don't think talking through too much here. They're pretty comfortable the way they're playing. I've got no arguments, to be honest.
I'm terrified of how they're playing.
My retweet of that was...
Are you terrified about their playing, or are you still scared
Start
of that
GG with the lowers run.
Honestly, mate, it's both. Whenever I hear the Batmobile boost and I see Oli there spending 12 to move about 3 feet and still somehow getting the challenge and then getting the ball over the top, I don't understand the physics of it all.
Yeah, 100%. I think the main thing for them here is something that they've done very well is GK have been trying to bump and demo them and try and find that 3rd man to get rid of them, and they've avoided it very well. But the slower you play, the more easy it is to find that 3rd man. We get a game like the last one, I'm absolutely shocked.
Yeah,
GK couldn't find
100% is about to overcommit for demos, and it's either going to work out or bite them in the butt.
So they've got to keep that going and find a way to build out of these spots.
They're going to try and slow it down at the midfield so that way they can get somebody ahead of the play demoing.
I'm in love with it for the record.
Or getting boost steals.
Let's see something come through for either of these teams that is going to make us all say, wow. 10 seconds through, it's the immediate pressure, and 100% they're back to where they started, back to where they ended rather.
Again, you see
last bit of the final game.
Yeah, this is where they need to try and find somebody to
Acro getting that.
And actually, it's not the right decision to make. Luis Pierce beat them.
What'd I say?
And Oli, who just slowed up a little bit.
Acro just going through, Trying to get the bump
Oli
off.
tries to take that touch and take it into the midfield. He can't do it. Lewis P also fakes go towards the right of Joyo. Joyo then has to pump the brakes, then maybe backflip behind him. Lewis P has forced into that position, can then send it right in
So
front
that's
of his
one of
car.
those plays where if you don't
Masterful play
execute
from
it, you're getting scored on.
100% there.
Operation
But-
Full Send works brilliantly. Oh my god, Oli's already up! He's skied it!
Oh no!
Yep.
It's the
So
own goal
see
down
who
the
was
other line, and
forward.
an absolute slanger from
Yep.
Archie. Finds Oli. Rezzy then sends it top corner.
This is about to be a shootout.
This series is as bombastic as I'd hoped it would be.
Again, we need to keep pointing out though, Archie's passing game is lethal. He always gets
Louis P's gonna stay back. Oh wait, did GK just do it?
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's falling apart.
Yeah.
This is the
Archie got
slowest
forward.
reset you will literally ever see. Gets a little tink off that final defender, off Acro. They all count for one, and GK find themselves in the lead.
Double commit, Rezzy, he's got boost, but needs a big play. That demo helps him out so much. He's got so much extra pace and time to work with.
Yep, now
and
he's
has
slowing
used
it down. I'm
Keeps
surprised
finding that he's gonna start the play up.
100% isn't committing somebody upfield while he's taking that slow.
As Oli, 0 boost, of course. Works out
Good
just
force,
fine.
drive challenge, upfield.
I mean, the first minute has
lurking
been crazy.
back.
Let's see if it's going to be continuing on that path. Rezzy shoots high. Archie knows it's going to be just above, so doesn't waste too much boost trying to go for that ball. Joyo flicks. Acro's there to save it. Lewis P with the corner boost grab, but too slow to it. And Archie, as has
They're
been the
also
match the
denying them
entire
those
time,
50s in the
is
corner.
full send.
Acro has been 0 boost for the last 25 seconds. He's not going to change anytime soon.
The only game plan.
Yeah, that's not one I'd recommend. Joyo's taking his time on all of these. Getting double commits, that's his main task at the moment, those plays. And the boost totals right
Job
now,
getting
well,
boost.
They're negligible. They need somebody to come up big. Acro has to go to the opposite side of the field to get 100. Rezzy. Well, actually, they're very grouped up here. GK did not need to do that.
Yep, and Rezzy's upfield, getting those
When
bumps.
the 100% start to panic, you know, how long can they hold their nerve?
We're going to be seeing
You gotta
100%
hit
get
that at the
pushed
midfield.
under the cosh time and time again.
Or all you do is
With
just give
Lewis P
GK
up
time to
front,
get
first
boost
chance
and
for Joyo midfield will be
reset their
shutting down.
defense.
An aggressive third man so far.
And with
for
a
GK,
lead
and as we've seen throughout
and the
this
series on the line,
that's been a huge benefactor in their
Nick is in
success.
their ear tone, would be
Only with
disciplined.
one. So he had the flip, but takes it a little bit lower, takes it slower, goes for the 50. Lewis
You can
P,
see
the
like
defense
Joyo's
is
just
stoic
sitting
and
at
firm.
midfield,
Yeah, but for how much longer? They can't afford to
forcing
go
that
down
off.
here. Big bump. Archie's already there
Both
on
teammates
it.
behind him.
100% are so tentative to start sending everyone forward.
I wouldn't say they're good at isolation. I would say GK's better at isolating themselves.
Oli just gets a second off the back.
But
Acro looking for
that's
the
part
outplay.
of
Joyo's
what they
already
want.
on him. They need a follow-up. They need a miss, and Joyo has provided exactly that. Reset. Oh, what? It's all the way down. Lewis P, he doesn't try and go for it. What is it going to take for 100% a full send?
Even a commit there, you know you're going to get beaten. Get
So
to 50,
people,
get it somewhere
like, isolating
in the
yourself
orange half
isn't
for
a
more
bad
than
thing
about 30
if your
seconds.
entire goal is to
Acro
keep
onto
the ball
ceiling,
moving.
does jump, so it's going to be, has to use his flip right there. Joyo with a little bit of space and time, but not that much boost. Can't get the ball much further than Lewis P. Acro's there. The shot blocked by Oli. The next one to it, Rezzy. The second pass in by Acro. He's turned. I don't blame him for turning, but it's those kind of decisions that are going to win or lose this series.
Yeah, Acro's on 0. I don't think he was ever going to get there.
Good fake.
Now off the wall. Oh, it's like so Lewis P.
What
Oh,
a goal!
it's
Oh my
worked.
gosh!
The full sender's worked. Acro in the corner. Rezzy's the next man to it. What a pass. Archie does not read that at all.
Yeah, nobody is reading that.
I mean, the passing option, Lewis B is on 12 boosts.
But to dime
has
it
to
like
be
that,
perfect.
yeah,
If it's behind, that's going to go nowhere.
that
So
was
they are
an
back
incredible
in the
pass.
game.
They earned that
now
goal.
need another goal. And they've already
Again,
got somebody
Acro
trying
in
to
front.
find demos. Joyo does well. Kind of gets in the way of his own teammates. Now Lewis P looking for Archie. Is that just the spark of life? Booming clear though from Archie.
And a booming return from Rezzy. Finds Oli in the midfield. Acro's going to be up, but that was too committed with low boost. Only for one player on 100%. That'll mean that their attack's going to have to wait just a second. Resi takes it on his own. Archie then clears it. Lewis P in the midfield again. Archie misses. Oli on the backboard. This gets a little bit scary as him and Joyo are 0.
So now the real question is, does Joyo go back to his habit of trying to take over the game? And does he do it, or does he screw his team over?
It wasn't working. Crow almost got the ball. Lewis P is in no man's land. He kind of went, didn't end up going for it. Are they going to get caught? Resi bails him out.
Oli with his wheels in different postcodes isn't quite able to get a flip reset off the ball, so wasn't able to get the goal on that.
Dude, there's just so much of that car.
To a drawn level, another overtime looming on Neo Tokyo.
Like, no matter what was happening, he was 50 it just because his car's that big.
Want to go for the reset because you know Oli was on him. 0 seconds. Acro off the ball.
He went to wall dash.
We have overtime, and 100% must win it.
Do or die for 100%. It's going to be a big breach from Acro to the ceiling. Very well played. A musty flick as well. Now I thought he might have struggled
Dude,
with that.
if he was in a Dominus right there or a Batmobile, that musty would have just won that game.
There's lots of chances here. Oh, but just one little misplay.
Really good job marking the second.
Just keep waiting. That's the sort of position where you can double commit and leave yourself in an absolute shambles. Luis P moves up, 0 boost. He's up against Oli.
Good job stalling that. Give his teammates time to get boost.
Resi gets there in time. Oh no! Who's gonna be next? Luis P.
Oh, you gotta put that top right. Or top left.
100%.
Like, they had him dusted. They had everything, and he just shot it low corner.
Go for that final man button on Luis P. But Luis P has nerves of steel to not jump.
Oli already down the opposite side of the field. Will he be called in? It's actually Archie all by himself. He has to get to there first. It's pretty comfortable for him. Oh, it's a mystery though. Nobody's straight on Oli, but they do find the demo. Oh, he's got nothing. Needs to be clinical.
Yeah, GK's relying on their lurk too much.
It's messy. It's kind of gross. It's gonna work.
Like, they're just getting red.
This entire series. Everyone, we are here in the mud together. Wallow with us as fellow pigs. 80 boost. It's a double. It's in. It is Resi, king of this farmyard, sending us to game 7.
He's on 0 at this hit. That hit to beat the defender is as perfect as it can possibly get. No boost needed to try and change the direction of the car. He's in the right spot. We are going to Champions Fields.
Everyone taking a breath? Everyone taking a breather? Right.
Joyo just, he just loves game 7s.
All right. Team have too much sugar and see what happens. And that is this Saturday of the RLCS. Game 7.
But yeah, they just need to go back to realizing they don't have to score. 100% will overcommit.
Both teams having 60 more seconds to decide. Oh, it hasn't.
Joyo's not got nowhere there to call it for him. He doesn't know how this works.
Oh no! Yeah, timeout called. It is going to be a massive discussion. No timeout. Oh my gosh, I thought you were joking.
No, I wasn't joking whatsoever.
No timeout. God, for some reason the word no has just been completely removed from my head when I heard timeout.
That's because we look at this and just go, is there going to be no challenge? No, there's going to be challenge. Is there going to be no flip reset? No, it's flip reset. All right,
flip reset, baby.
This is the lobby of yes. So yes, we are going. Yes, we're going to bring it back. And the only time the word no applies is, are we going to hold on to a lead in the final 10 seconds? Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, probably not. And you know what, Shogun, game 7 is upon us. No 60 seconds needed. Keep hyperventilating, everyone. Keep wallowing in the mud of this messy old series. The winner is going to be deciding not quite major spots, but at least these major scenarios for quite a few teams going forward.
Yeah, this is step 1 of about 3 here for
I think GK starts using back passes.
For GK. And that first step is quite the hurdle. Acro, he's on 0 boost, chooses to take the 100. Can he get that one laid over to Luis P, who was such a star player in the last one? But this is the man I've been looking at. Resi, caught in his third man so often. The game winner is, Acro did well just to hold his line.
Yeah, you got to hold your nerve there. Any type of a wrong touch is going to probably rocket that straight into your net, or at least give a good chance to the opposition. As he high towards the midfield, off the backboard, lovely touch from him. Lewis P can go into challenge. Joyo's awkward. He comes in from a really quite scary position and still makes do. Great pass central, only 0 boost clear away.
Archie trying to find the redirect. Already saw it on that. That's the sort of position you can threaten just to grab the reset and then play afterwards. So defenders have to try and hold back a little bit more. Oh, what pace. Archie's already up. Lewis P gets the challenge.
It's open.
No one left. And
There it is. 100% overcommitting.
Well, there's only one winner.
That touch from Oli just clear it past Resli, then Archie with the 50.
Louis P was low boost. Acro was up forward.
You could throw a bag over him at one point. They were so closely positioned.
All right, now GK just needs to play defense.
They get the lead in Game 7.
But it's also GK, you know, a goal up early. We've been here so many times. I don't even know if it means anything at this point. Joya would like to try and find that second. Give some breathing room. 100%. They just, don't want this to be quite as close as it was last time. Oh, it's a bit of a whiff, but that demo comes up. Louis P, though, big whiff. Go the whole way. How on earth? How's that made its way through?
And Lewis P
Oli
just
made the
sees that one
challenge, which screwed over Joyo.
Lewis P then goes high for it, then realizes, okay, I've got enough boost and space and time here. I can just guide it home.
And from, I think it was Archie in the background that got a demo. If Joyo has any way to run onto that ball, that's very likely 2-0.
Oh, no.
They wouldn't have had anybody left. So, a massive swing situation. 1-1. Yet another lead that doesn't end up lasting. I'm completely numb at this point.
Shock.
Archie, oh, wait a second. Does that bump do anything? No, Acro will recover.
Now,
but again, like, GK is playing like they have to score. And it is, oh, man.
Rockets it off the post. The 50 is glorious.
This is not the same team that refused to send the second man last time around. Oh, and Oli just couldn't get in front of it enough. He has to go, but just couldn't get there.
Yeah.
It's just in.
It's a lose-lose there. Oli doesn't go, Acro gets a free shot. Oli does go, it then pinches in the other side. The only thing he could have done more is gone a little bit sooner, but that is absolute. You literally can't. He had no boost and he reacted as soon as he could. That's a goal there as far as I'm concerned. Oli couldn't have done anything about it.
I'm not used to this. 100% are winning with half the game left to go.
They're not going to keep the lead though, Shogun, don't worry.
Oh, we'll see. I wasn't too convinced when I saw GK. Okay. Oh my! What a save! How on earth did he miss that one? Crossbar is OP. Joyo, his shot.
There it is.
There we go.
All right. Now just sit back, wait for 100% to overcommit again. Take the free goal they give you.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. That's a good point.
Literally all three of their players, like, not just in their front third, but
either team is going to win. Like, this is not a foregone conclusion. We're not saying that for GK by any means. We're saying that either team getting a lead at any point, that's not going to be them guaranteed for it until that clock hits 0. We're halfway through. We've still got a lot of mess to work our way through, guys.
Oh, Archie's going to fake it.
Good fake.
Yeah, I think Acro realized if Archie hits that, oh, it's off the wall. Louis P recovers. Now they've got the demo as well. A little bit of room to work with.
All right.
Realize it.
Let them overcommit.
Moving forward. Didn't want to fully commit, but Louis P in these positions getting so. Oh no! Back
oh gosh, just let them overcommit instead of you overcommitting.
I mean, that's a stunning play from Louis P.
Oh
Joy
man.
With no boost, manages to recover for that block as well. But Acro can dunk it.
You cursed him, Cloudburst.
100%. Their lead has been returned.
Yeah, it's not a misread. He's got the angle right. Just hasn't got the resources. 5 goals. We've still got 2 minutes left to play. Archie's already gone for it. That's going to drop for Oli. What a save!
This is as back and forth as you like right now. No team is going to be feeling confident whatsoever. I doubt 100% feel confident at all that they're not going to concede a goal in the next minute and a half. Oli attempts to get it central to Archie. That's one. The second isn't there, but Joy is there. His man goes on the post.
Did we make the goal 10% smaller? Why can't GK hit the shot?
Archie central that time to Joyo, goes low. The save from Louis P is going to be successful. Oli central, Joyo's there, save Acro, Oli again, round the side. Post untouched, again, level game.
All right,
that was still close enough right
now, GK, let
them
overcommit instead of you overcommitting.
Usually the site of very nervous matches. It's nervous in the best way. Pure pandemonium.
Like I said, remember how I said both these teams play in a way where it's there's going to be 5 goals scored, and we just think we're better, and so we'll be the one with 3.
I don't think you can.
Joyo wants to just absolutely smash that one long. Does do so. Lewis P is going to receive it on the right wall. Boost in favor of 100% here. GK, they are lacking massively, and the boost steals are coming in clutch. Archer uses everything. Acro keeps it high as he should. Joyo picks up 100, gets bumped away from the ball, maintains the restart of being bumped off the wall, can clear it away. Only with nothing. Shock. Can break it over one.
So that was brilliant from Joe, because he's got a leapfrog an entire player. Archie, he's got second touch. Only scores it again! 17 seconds, 100%.
Oh, man.
It's held in as well. Archer, the second touch is diabolical. Resi, I don't know if he puts that in over Acro.
I told you, Cloudburst, this was going to be a shootout of a series.
17 seconds, 1 goal, everything to do for 100%.
All right.
That's a brilliant kickoff play here from GK. Resi with Oli down in front of him. 8 seconds. Louis P wins the challenge. Joyo gets enough. Can he find something? Past Resi. Acro coming over. And you've now got to go coast to coast.
Beats out one, does not quite beat out the second. Oli is not the man for it.
Oh,
Finds
no.
one, Resi to the backboard, is going to fake it. Chance to go low, Acro's the one there. Now Lewis P, you got to go coast to coast again, brother.
And they've got instant challenges this time. Resi pops the ball. Oli, oh, it's so far away, and it's just about down. 100% fight with their hearts, but
They made that series so much harder than they had to.
GK has still got a huge amount to do. Journey is not over for them, but that near enough locks in the spots for the final 3 remaining points in the major for Vitality, Dignitas, and NIP. They still have work to do as well. It is a really, really close race here, still in Europe. GK, their journey's not over, but 100% Shogun. They gave everything, and it was a pleasure to watch them.
That was phenomenal.
That was definitely a series of all time.
You know, sometimes messy Rocket League can just be the best Rocket League. And,
Oh, yeah, it's definitely the most entertaining.
Messy Rocket League for our love. I think every single player here had their moments to shine, had their moments where they made mistakes, but it's GK by 1 goal that have managed to get themselves through to the next round.
And you know what, with that loss as well, we can now confirm that that is Vitality confirmed going to the major. So congratulations to them. Enjoy the sights and sounds and smells of Birmingham, UK, because you have now worked your way there alongside a Carmine Corp. A Shogun with 100%. When we look towards Major 2, I'm so excited to have them back.
Yeah, we'll look to see what they can do. And speaking of KC, that might be in one of these teams' futures. We'll find out later. But first, we're going to a break.
Here's the thing, I don't think they beat Dignitas or NIP, though. Because if I remember right, that's who they play tomorrow, and I don't think they make it through them. They're too undisciplined. I think they could beat NIP just because NIP's, at least sometimes, they lack discipline. But I don't think they have a chance against Stig. Just from playstyle matchup. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know why they don't just make that, what they use for the graphic, like, the new UI. It would be so cool. Yeah. I think we've all had those games. We've all had those games the other way, too. Dude, solo Q3s in general. Or honestly, just solo queue in general. I love that they're advertising split shot, but it's not even, like, playable. Dude, that peak MMR, honestly, MMR doesn't mean anything. Like, 2.2k, like, you can easily get boosted to that. And heck, I have an SSL tourney title. Oh yeah, I rock it all the time. And still my teammates with 0 boost cut me off like they're Oli in a Batmobile.
Everybody's talking about. Yep. Now I'd like to keep it off. Well, you've come to the right place. Atkins Way. I'm never going back on a diet. We're eating the Atkins Way. Our balance of high protein, low carbs, and low sugar. No restrictive counting or plans.
It's just free promo. They're like, how'd you get that title? I was like, oh, I did it with Com for content because I'm his coach.
College campus in America offers over 340 academic programs informed by industry standards and
It's just free promo.
In addition to federal grants and aid, traditional campus students are
That's all it is.
$180 million in scholarships in 2023.
It's not my fault Psionics has no clue how to run an MMR or ranked system.
See what scholarships you may qualify for. Find your purpose at gcu.edu/myoffer.
But to be fair, I did help in every game. Like, I contributed my 30%, you know? I hit the open nets.
Hold it like that.
And then when Com had the ball in half of field space, I was in their net bumping to make it open for him.
What? Oh, no.
So was it a carry? Yes. But did I contribute? Yes. Which reminds me, it was a little more than that.
Whirlpool, everyday care.
Hey, it's me, your itchy, flaky scalp. I crave relief. New CeraVe Anti-Dandruff Hair Care. Developed free from common irritants and allergens with 3 essential ceramides and unique MIT-free pyrithione zinc. Now I'm looking flake-free and healthy. New CeraVe Anti-Dandruff Hair Care.
Until the next series.
We aren't building electric vehicles because it's trendy. We're building them to save our planet. To save it.
Okay,
from
it's
all
like
those
12 seconds.
Self-driving sleep pods everyone else keeps polluting our streets with.
That's why we're doing it.
The most consequential series of the day does not disappoint. 100% versus GK Esports go the entire distance, all the way to Game 7, with an electric back and forth in many of the games, 2 overtimes. How much you like it? I'm joined here by Joyo, the victor in the series. Congratulations, bud, on the win. I gotta talk to you, man. You, like the original roster we met you on, Team Queso was known for their Game 7 ice. You've been a part of some of the most legendary Game 7s in the history of RLCS. Does it get easier? Like the emotions?
No, I don't know. It's pretty nerve-wracking for me. I always get nervous, but I mean, I don't know. We tried to fix our mentality going into this split or this regional, and I don't know. We got it over the line finally. So yeah.
I wanted to ask about that because I mean, there was talk in the community about that, like how's the mental for GK Esports going to be going into this event? And there was a moment there where you guys in game 3 were like down by 2. There was like not very much time left. You go for back-to-back bot kickoffs. Was that a mental reset? Like, what was that moment like for y'all?
I don't know. We just started doing fake kickoff on like every kickoff, and we just kept doing it because it kept working. So I don't know. We just never stopped. I don't know. We weren't like. We're just trying to have fun and seem to work, so we just kept doing it.
Yeah,
well, I
just
do
fun
wonder,
mentality that
guys,
works
you're,
outside
there
of
is a chance
top
to make
4.
it to Birmingham, but you do kind of have to win the whole thing. Are you thinking about that right now, or is this just a game at a time? Kind of what's the conversation like in the team room right now?
No, just series at a time. I mean, I don't know. We weren't even sure how Friday would go, so you know, we're just trying to take it one step at a time. You know, win the series we want. We're focused on the regional, not the major.
Absolutely. You're sitting down there at 6th place right now, but with a win in this event, you could be in the
Oh,
conversation
yeah,
there.
totally. It's so much fun.
Play in Birmingham. Well,
Cuddling, you've seen my
congratulations on the win.
clip,
I
right?
want to let you go here quickly. Just thoughts on the next matchup and Ninjas in Pajamas versus Dignitas. You've played against them. You know these players. Who you got?
I think NIP will win, but you know, Dig can bring out like a win against pretty much every team as well.
This is
so I'd put my money on NIP, but I'm not sure.
Okay, man. Well, hey, Joel, always good to talk to you, man. Congratulations again on the win. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Let me find it real quick.
All right. Well, that is 100% versus GK Esports done. They have moved forward. GK Esports into the quarterfinals. They await the conclusion of the matches we see above us here. Match A, Carmine Corps versus Redemption. The loser will play against GK tomorrow. The winner moving into the semifinals. 2 more matches
it's not on
the day.
YouTube.
This one,
it's
a
a
thrilling
Twitch
match.
clip.
I mean, honestly, there was points there, gentlemen, where I felt like the series was over one way or the other. What a series! What a moment for our boy Joyo.
I think it's so exciting as well to see players who.
Here we go. Hold on a sec. Let me just pause the stream so that way I don't get it super glitchy. Okay. Like, you see what I mean? Pull this over. Okay. Hold on. I want to find the actual link to the clip, but I'm still new to this. No, I'm trying to get the link, not the... Here. Here we go. Okay, let it pause and buffer in real quick. All right, so right here, I'm like, cool, open net. Oh, nope, teammate has to touch it. Like, you see what I mean? Like, go back. Ball's coming towards me. He has 0 boost. Tries to air dribble it and cuts me off. Get out of the way. I'm sorry, this is like super whack, but I don't know why it's on 0 boost, and I can see that you have 0 boost. But then skip back. It's cleared down. Teammate bumps me off the ball. So here, yeah, like just back to back. Just getting destroyed by my teammate over and over again. All right, let's bring it back to Rocket League. I know, it's so bad.
Benny's. This is a big one here. So our team's continuing to get ready to go, folks. We have 2 more matches on the day. The next match going to be between the 2 teams sitting at 3rd and 4th. We know GK is trying to play their way into this event. If they can get some big upsets, and especially if certain results go their way, they could take away one of
this
those
is
2
going to be
spots.
the best match
It's
of the
so
day.
important here for Ninjas in Pajamas and Dignitas to get the win here, secure that 3rd place spot, get ahead of each other. These are the 2 teams vying for those spots, currently in the spots, trying to separate themselves from the pack here, Shogun.
Yeah, if you get this, you are automatically locked in for 7 points at least in this event. You know, and then at that point, Grand Finals is worth 10, winning the entire thing is worth 15. So you are forcing the teams below you to do a lot of work. You're forcing DK to do an awful lot of work. So for some of these teams, that will put them pretty much out of reach.
It's kind of a similar
Dignitas,
situation.
I mean, they had such a resurgence. There were so many people talking after open
way
one.
more consistent.
Stizzy's not the guy. That was the main call. It was very cut and dry that people thought he just wasn't ready for this level. And then one tournament later, you see the pop-off from him when he got the wins. He is suddenly a lot better of a pick for this team. And hopefully now, Stumpy, that means he is settled and he's ready to play at this level more consistently.
I think maybe the biggest confidence maker of a player is firstly having a team that's going to be supporting you. At no point did I think that there was going to be tutting or sighing or anything like that in the comms of Dignitas. But then you've also then got the fact that previously, to get the winner in the series against Vitality last event, it was Stizzy going up and gets a double bump flip reset out the way. Dignitas are a team absolutely on fire at the moment, but they stand in front of them with the team that myself and Cole are very big fans of, that we do the Friday broadcasts for, that we are their official team stream for, Ninjas in Pajamas. And yesterday they had a bit of a screamer in their group. The only team to really knock them down a peg was Carmine Corp, and even we were saying at the time was, you can't really be too upset about losing 3-0 to Carmine Corp.
They're a difficult team to take on under any circumstance here, but for this one, so important for both these teams. Again, if Ninjas Pajamas
thanks for
win
hanging
this
around
match,
and
they
lurking,
secure
guys.
at least, at very least, a
We're at
tiebreaker
3
to make
consecutive
it
viewers right now, so now it's just
Dignitas with a win here, outright clinch
getting that
a
as the
spot.
average,
for
so
both
that
these
way
teams,
I can
plenty to play
get the
for
affiliate
in this match. And I mean, the question I feel like on everybody's minds, right? Obviously, Dignitas, they hop the pond here, back, use UCC players.
Oh yeah, the SpongeBob one.
You know, Appjack going back to his home country here, playing back in Europe. First event, okay, it's fine. Second event, make it all the way to the grand finals. Okay.
Okay. I
This
hate
is,
that.
is this the real thing? Is this the deal? What are we
Anytime
going
I
to see
pull up
from
the
Dignitas
stream manager,
here in the
it
third
also,
open? This is the moment I feel like you really established, yes, we are here to stay.
crashes
That wasn't a
out. I
flash
think
in
I'm
the
gonna
pan,
stop streaming
Stumpy,
on
in
YouTube, though.
open number 2.
Yeah, and I think that you need to,
Maybe,
honestly, I want to talk about Stizzy a little bit more, but with apparently Jack himself,
like,
he's such an incredible
I've
leader,
had
I think,
18
in these
people
teams where
swipe
he
through
can speak through problems
in 2 hours. So